Hello, I'm ibxtoycat, and this is my armory where I store all of my enchanted gear. In fact, I don't just store my enchanted gear here, I actually collect enchantments. I have a lot of enchanted books. In fact, so many and so few that I figured I would go ahead and collect every single enchantment in Minecraft. So if you don't know, this is every single enchantment from A to Z, from Aqua Affinity all the way to Fawns on the end there, and I want to have them in every single level that exists. So for example, Aqua Affinity comes in just 1 level, whereas Bane of Arthropods comes in 5 levels. Sharpness might come in 5 levels, while Mending might only come in 1, and so getting every single enchantment at every single level has been my goal since I set this place up, and I feel like today, now is the best time to do it. If you want to get all the enchantments in Minecraft, now is going to be objectively a better time to do it if you want to do it in one place. I'd argue it might be more fun if they do change the way enchanting works, which, you know, still very much an if, by the way, but I think now is definitely the kickstart that I need to make my enchantment room happen, and so that is precisely how I'm going to take it. This is my enchantment room, and I'm going to fill it with enchantments. And so the first thing we have to do is, honestly, we actually have to label what goes where. So for example, I know this is Aqua Affinity because it's the first level enchantment, but there's no indication of that on the walls, so we need to rename an enchanted book with Aqua Affinity. Then we need to do that for all of these over here. Also, we need to put some mangrove planks on the wall here, as you can probably tell, and then we need to have a fully finished room in which all the other stuff will go. It's a lot of work for the day, but I feel like this is one of those fun projects that you can join along for along the way if you want to, because some of this is going to be real easy. I used to, back in the early days before Mending, you know, before you could trade villagers for enchantments, I just enchanted books and saw what I got, and so it was really easy for me to get, say, Feather Falling 1. Do I have multiple copies? Yes, I do. And by the way, thank you very much. Speaking of yes, I do, thank you for the first tip of the stream, Logan. I was talking to Harrison earlier about you doing this exact stream. Glad to see you're doing it. Hey, I'm glad that you're glad. So Feather Falling comes up to level 4, which makes me think it's this enchantment right here. But just to confirm, we grab a list of every single enchantment that exists. So this is Bane of Arthropods, and this is Blast Protection. This is Channeling. This is Curse of Binding. This is Curse of Vanishing. This is Depth Strider. This is Efficiency, which has 5 levels. This is Feather Falling. This is Fire Aspect. Oh wait, sorry. This is Feather Falling, and this is Fire Aspect. So Feather Falling has 4 levels, one of which can go right here, and the other of which can rename the book. So the weird thing about enchanted books is, technically speaking, the name of this is Enchanted Book, not Feather Falling. So we have to name the enchanted book Feather Falling, so that whenever I go here, I'll be able to see that that's precisely what it is. By the way, speaking of precisely what it is, thank you very much for Jalen Weber, for becoming the first member of the stream too. Love to see it. You know why I like members? Because they allow me to buy lobster rolls. That's the big reason. But yeah, I think magma would have looked better than mangrove here. Yeah, honestly, I do like the idea of using some magma in this room to kind of like, because mangrove wood is definitely like a little bit, you know, a little bit boring. You know, I'll give it a shot. You know, Dasher, you're enough of a regular that I'll take your opinion all the way to the bank, or all the way to the magma bank at least. Let's go get some magma and give it a shot. So, we also need to go get some glow item frames, so we'll grab another one real quick. What's an early letter in the alphabet? Efficiency, for example. We get 1 book to go in there, and 1 book to rename the efficiency book. Although, I'm assuming I used all the efficiency ones already. Same with impaling. It's such a low level enchantment. We definitely have a trillion impaling sitting around. Oh, there we go. Yeah, impaling 1, impaling 1. This book gets renamed to impaling, and we're gonna kill anvils in the process of doing this today, but it's worth it. So this is impaling 1 through 5, and there we go. Nope, I like the mangrove. You know what, chat? We'll have to do it via poll. Would you like to have... Also, we're going to need a lot of levels. I didn't even realize how many we're going to be going through. But, yeah, we're going to do a poll, and you can decide a part of my world today. This was your idea originally, but you chose mangrove in the end. You know what? I actually chose mangrove in the overworld. Thank you very much. So yeah, that is step 1. And then step 2, once I've used up all the books that I have, I need to go and make a bunch of villagers, a bunch of librarians specifically. And right now, my librarians are spread all over my world, but I feel like what I can do to go a step better than this is I can make a base. So this is my basement below my armory. I kind of like the way it goes up and then down. Why don't I have another layer below even this? And that layer could be my big villager hall. So we could just break down over here, for example, And so this is 4 blocks high, right? 5 blocks high. We have a 5 block high level down here, and that level will have a bunch of villages in. This is somewhat tricky to do in an existing structure, but like it shouldn't be too hard. We get 2 villages in there, we start a whole villager trading thing, and things get crazy. Is that the best idea? It'll be a lot of fun. So, yeah, if you need a lot more anvils, you can use the byproducts from your poppy farm. Yeah, this is one of the few times that having a poppy farm that accidentally puts out iron is actually worth doing. So, yeah, I think, you know what, we're going to do a poll in chat. I want your thoughts on, should we have a mangrove room, or should this be the magma room? Because we also then have to design a room below this even to go with all the villagers, which is going to be a whole fun process too. So we're going to get some ladders, we're going to get some glow item frames, and then we're going to put our stuff where it needs to be. This is efficiency, by the way. This is feather falling. We've got the books ready to go. Wait, then we've got impaling somewhere around here. These are the books. They're ready to go. At this rate, you'll be having rooms under your armory down to bedrock. You know, that's the funny thing. I spent the past few hours trying to get decent enchantments in my world. You know, that's the cool thing about Minecraft making changes, is it gets the whole community realizing, like, oh yeah, there is a broken mechanic. You know, like, you can either take advantage of it, or you can not use it, but the fact is it, like, gives people the impetus to realize stuff like that. Which is, you know, handy. Not everyone gets to do it. So, yeah, we're gonna quickly do a poll. Okay, this is the poll for the main room. Enchantment room walls, magma or mangrove. You know, I like that they're similar. Speaking of being similar, thank you very much for the tip, Sal. £4.20, high quality. You know, no one ever gets hatred from. You know, thank you. I appreciate the £4.20. I will use it to buy, I don't know, snacks. I guess that's the best. That's the closest you can get to legally doing what you can with that. But yeah, also, look at this. There's coal in the furnace. Let's quickly throw my egg away. There's just too many of those. Let's grab some glow item frames. I know I have them sitting around here somewhere. And if I don't, I know I could make them. I guess we'll just make some. I've got some leather. It's sitting around in this chest. Grab out the leather. Make ourselves some item frames. Make those item frames glow. And move on with our life. In fact, where do I keep my glowing sacks? They're definitely around somewhere. Glowing sacks are one of those items you just kind of pick up without ever knowing why or what you really did for it. And then we've also got some ladders in here. So we've got the ladders, we've almost got the glow item frames. We're ready to have a very good time, that is for sure. But yeah, let's go to sleep. Let's grab some magma, and then let's go back in there because chat is very torn about it. So to help you along, also good evening, sir. You doing okay today? Yeah, thank you for asking. I'm doing pretty well today. I think I had like I'm trying to, this is my first time in a while, I'm having like a real weekend. I mean, I guess I'm streaming, so is it a real weekend? But like to me, it's you know, like trying to be like, okay, I've got these great videos I really want to record. Just try and wait till Monday. I'm not actually gonna be able to do that because I need to do Seed Sunday tomorrow. But like it's been a more relaxed weekend than normal. You know, I'm not doing a good job on selling my point here. But yeah, that's the goal at least. So we're gonna throw some magma in the wall here to help you decide, chat. So I'm gonna have this little section right here be magma, just so you could see what it might look like. Honestly, yeah, it's a lot more hardcore, that's for sure. And then we could have the kind of like less hardcore basement maybe. What do you reckon, chat? Magma? Yeah, I'll do one more block over here, and then I'll do these blocks, just so you can get a slightly better feel for how it could be. Yeah, I think magma's just really intense, that's the problem. So, I'll keep letting you decide, should it be mangrove for the walls or magma? This will be in the permanent Let's Play copy that you'll get to see someday soon. But yeah, next up we're gonna work on the basement. But I think the thing that's important first is getting some villagers in there. So, yeah, as great as it is to have all this stuff, I think the more important thing is having... Oh, I should have stayed out at night and gotten some zombie villagers, perhaps. But yeah, we need to go get some glow item frames, which I keep somewhere in my world. Okay, here's a splash potion of weakness. If I get 2 zombie villagers tonight, I can use that and immediately get... I can get more than 2 zombie villagers. I'll try to go for like 4 or 5, and then I'll use them as the basis of a farm. It'll be great. It'll be great. So, we're gonna make a hole down here, I guess. Yeah, because getting a zombie villager or even a regular villager down here, it's gonna be a real big nightmare. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna make a hole down here, and we're gonna kind of lure them into it. Yeah, we'll get them. We'll put a boat in the. No, we'll just put them in a boat here, And then when the time comes, break this, and then break that, and then we'll be good. Okay, so that means we need to have a floor that's ready for them, which means we need to break at least a few blocks over here. Make it wide enough that we can get villagers down, and make it deep enough that it's roughly reflective of the final product. So this is eventually going to be my big trading hall basement. There's going to be a lot of traders in here, and there's going to be a lot of beds to go with it. It's going to be a real nice space that you're going to want to hang out in if you're a villager and you're in indentured servitude or whatever it's called. You know, definitely a real thing. But yeah, now with that said, also I forgot that I have these lovely bookshelves up here. We'll have to fill those after we've gone down. Side note, I want to make this point right here. Outside of mending and unbreaking, I think I guessed the 5 enchantments pretty well that they would consider the rarest ones.
Love your streams. Always gives me ideas for my realms.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Robbie Nash. I'm glad that people get that from these streams. I think, you know, there is like a big... I think that some people find Minecraft to be a game where like there's like a really rigid pattern you've got to do. And I think it's fun to remind some of those people, like, actually, you know, you can do this how you want. There's basically no rules. If you don't want there to be rules, there doesn't need to be rules. I think a lot of people appreciate hearing that somewhere. So I've got a Bane of Arthropods book, which will be nice. I've got some stone. I just need to go get some glowing sacks and maybe some leather from the other side of my world, which I'll of course get to by going to the Nether. So yeah, it looks like chat is really torn on this mangrove magma thing, by the way. It's 4753. It's real hard. But yeah, also getting specific enchantments is actually more consistent now, provided you live next to 7 different biomes. See, the real challenge is how can you find these 7 biomes the closest to spawn that you can. Yeah, also, can you remove these signs, please? The info is already in the book. I gotta see what that is at some point. So, magma feature wall. I think that, that's why I love Minecraft. There's plenty of ways to get the same results. I think that's the thing people find interesting about humanity too, right? Is if you ask like 10 different people what they do for a living, they'll give you different answers, right? You're all making a living, and then when you ask what a living even means, you're getting different answers too. But it is all like, I would like to feed myself and the people that I care about. But then once you go beyond that, everyone has such interesting variety in what it is we choose to pursue. It really is intriguing. Can you do me a favor and get rid of these signs? Please check DMs. Oh, they're in the book, so we don't need them? Okay, you know what? Let's do that. Okay. So chat, right now, I'm going to do it right now with you on stream. So, chat, here's the scoop. You may or may not know, but the Let's Play world is on the marketplace. And so one of the things we're going to do is we're going to make a change to it. I'm doing an update to it right now, and if you buy the Let's Play, you'll get the update. It's real great. Recommend it. But we're going to just grab all this leather. You know, I need all the leather I can get. If there's some lying around, I'm going to take it. And I'm also going to take any ink sacks that I can. So I'll leave 12 in there. Do we have any glowing sacks? I think I leave them in this shulker box. Why is this still a shulker box at this point? Beyond me. But we'll grab 25 of those. I think there's slightly more enchantments. We'll grab 57. Although there's not as many as that, so we'll grab like that many. Feels about right. And now we can make as many glow item frames as we want using the sticks from here. So grab the sticks out. Got plenty of them. Throw them in here, and that makes 9 item frames to make 16 glow item frames, which is not as many as I was expecting, because we need to take a lot of bamboo and turn the blocks of bamboo into bamboo planks, but then turn those bamboo planks into these, and then use those to do the. I don't know if this is more efficient. I feel like I actually just lost a bunch of sticks that I could have had, but that's fine. And then we put the glow item frames on there, and that should be enough for now. Now we can put the bamboo back in there, put the 2 sticks back in there, and then let's also make sure it's quite important, right, that before we go, oh, we got a glow item frame here too. It's important before we go that we get enough mangrove planks to finish the planks if we're going that way, or enough magma to finish the magma. So we'll get 15 of this, and I'll go grab enough of that. So, yeah, mangrove is coming ahead though, so we might not need the I'm not going to get the magma, because it looks like the mangrove's coming ahead. So there's 2 changes we're making to the Let's Play world, which will be available to download with the updates soon. One of those is going to be the very layout of this design. I like that fact that in commenting the displeasure of one of these on Minecraft feedback, someone literally said, think of the children. I think that's called pearl clutching. The idea that you can't defend something on its own merit, so you have to come up with like a moral reason why it's just so bad. And there are lots of moral reasons why we don't do things that are entirely valid on the surface, right? But we also, we like to use moral reasons as justifications why other people can't do things that we don't want them to do. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword sometimes. Anyway, now what we can do is we can throw, oh, I forgot we go all the way down now. We can throw the glow item frames all the way along there. I don't quite know what to do about corners yet. I guess I'm gonna have to just say, I'd probably write both on the same book, right? But there we go, we've got all the slots ready. We've got whole glow item frames free as well. And now we can start to put in stuff like impaling. Where does impaling fit? Well, if this is feather falling, wait, this is feather falling. So feather falling goes there, and so next to feather falling goes fire aspect. So that's fire aspect right there. Next to fire aspect goes, oh, I've got this slightly incorrectly sized. Next to fire aspect goes fire protection. Next to fire protection goes flame, fortune, frostwalker, impaling, which goes up to 5. That is surprising to me, but we put, this is the first book that has the problem, but we just throw it up there. And now we can throw impaling 1 down onto here. And so we're doing a slight little bit of a job as we do this. But yeah, the biggest change is going to be tonight when we start a village down here. So I do intend, my favorite type of villagers is probably the jungle villagers. But having swamp villagers I think is like, you know, it's going to fit the theme of what we're doing today. I am very lucky in that my house happens to be in a swamp. And so I don't really have to worry about this too much. But, yeah, it's, so by the way, I've got to do the important thing. Speaking of important thing, Hannah Joy's
Toycat tax. Got back from my trip to the coast yesterday. It's nice to catch a stream.
Man, I didn't realize, and like, I don't know, like, I guess I'm like I tend to be a fairly month agnostic person. Like, it doesn't really matter to me what month it is outside of like, in the winter, there are more places that are snowy, and that's about it. But yeah, it's fun how many people are going on holidays this time. So okay, here's like specifically going to the beach. I forgot that was a thing that happened. Okay, so here's a fun thing, right? This is my Let's Play world. This is the real copy I play every day. To make sure that it's as easy as possible to port over, and to make sure you're playing the most authentic copy, I put these signs telling you what you can do in the real copy of the Let's Play. However, as Deshi puts it, in this, there's a book here somewhere. Oh, here's the book. In the book, it says, oh, there's a lot in here. There's too much in here. We'll delete a page in here at some point. Follow at ibxtoycat sticks. Some say that if you find all 7 of them, absolutely nothing will happen. Yeah, I think this is a real fun thing. But long story short, it says in this book somewhere that birch signs, I think it says in here, right? It doesn't, okay, birch signs say what a build is. Acacia signs are commentary, because some people like that kind of like, you know, developer commentary. But since it says that right here, it's kind of redundant to put this there and there. So what we're just going to do is break the signs. And then, I don't know, put them in the bonus chest, I guess. Future me will be very confused what those signs are doing in the bonus chest. But you know, future me, I bet he's committed some bad I bet he's done something bad, and he deserves the punishment he's getting. So yeah, speaking of future me deserving punishment, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get myself, I need a boat, really. I'm going to grab myself a boat from here, I guess. I kind of like it being in the oceans. We're going to grab ourselves the nearest boat that isn't that one. I bet there's one in this chest. I bet there's one in this chest. You know, there's no boats lying around, but that's fine. And we're going to deliberately try and trap our zombie villagers in there, just because otherwise they're going to cause all sorts of havoc on each other. Should we just make some boats? Is that the solution? Oh, actually, boats are so easy to craft now. Look at this, chat. I just make it. I put the 5 in there, and wow, we're good. Also, I bought Let's Play a while ago. Quick question. Why is there a skeleton in a minecart in the river near your house? Oh, I know the skeleton you're talking about. You're talking about, should we name him? You know, he's been around long enough. Maybe we should name him. This is, it's your boy over here, right? Wait, around about here, I want to say. Okay, so I remember there is a story behind this. Okay, so chat, I understand the confusion that can come from the from the skeleton who lives in a minecart in the river near my house. Will he shoot at me or? Oh, he won't. Well, if I stand in him, okay, he can punch me still, but he doesn't do other things. Very interesting. Oh, there's a drowned in one too. Very intriguing. So yeah, these are my friends. Don't worry. They're great. You don't have to. They're cool. You don't have to worry about them in any way. Just in case that was your concern. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the dark part of the world, or rather, there is not a dark part of the world here. This is the problem when you torch up your entire world and you need something that requires darkness. It gets real hard to get that darkness that you need. So what we have to do is we kind of have to make this area deliberately dark and then repatch it up later. So we'll deliberately remove like 4 torches, but even then, because of the lighting changes, we need to remove more like 16 torches. And then this area will become a hotbed of activity. So we'll just remove enough of them that there is a solid amount of dark in the middle there. And then now if we move a little bit away, mobs will start to spawn. Will they spawn behind me? I don't know. I learned recently they can't shoot underwater. I swear, I've had a skeleton shoot me underwater before. Am I crazy for thinking that they do? There could also be zombie villagers down there, but it'd be a whole process to get them out. Is it really not dark enough there even now? Sorry to bother you, but there was also the other freestanding signs. Okay, there's 3 other standing signs. Oh, so all the other... Okay, you want the other signs gone too. Okay, we got it. We got it. So that's not enough sign removal. It might be worth going all the way to the other side of the world. And then just making a big lead train. Tinted glass is underused. Yeah, tinted glass really... Okay, I agree with that, actually. Definitely... Tinted glass is one of those really cool blocks that I really like the idea of. And just never got around to actually placing. So we'll put the torches back. And because this is clearly not working well for me. By the way, don't you... Chat, don't we all agree that the drowned villager is the best idea? I know that you have to be like a coastal drowned or like a coastal villager rather than an ocean villager. You can't make villagers in the ocean, but I like the idea that much. So the change is being made to enchanted books. The change is being made to your ability to get enchanted books, basically, by changing villagers. By the way, so I discovered something crazy recently. Have you ever heard of Clamato, chat? I know you have if you live in, I don't know, most of the world apparently. But I just know Clamato from media references. And so I was shocked to learn that Clamato, I thought that was just saying tomato, but silly. Okay, so this sign is no longer, you know, I don't want to remove this sign. But I can remove this sign. Yeah, I guess we'll remove this one and remove this one. Get a little bit classier. That's a good sign. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to remove this one. You know, bedrock only for underwater skeletons. Was it Java I was playing where that happened then? Interesting. Also, why is there an oak sign? What do the oak signs mean? You would love to know. Yeah, I feel like this is too much of a big welcome. It's like such a classic 2012 sign, right? Like you wouldn't write a sign like that now. You'd put fun text on it. Wait, you know what? This is what you do nowadays, right? Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry, I know the exact opposite of what you said, Deshi. So yeah, Deshi's been helping port the. It takes a long time to take a Let's Play world into a downloadable marketplace thing because they do not like the size, the brokenness, and the amount I update the world. But we get it done. We get it done in large part due to. Wait, add text on the back of the sign. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, I only know, I've only heard of Clamato. I thought it was a funny way of saying tomato, like tomato, Clamato. You know, like it's that was my assumption. However, also it looks like mangrove walls have won. You know, I will respect this vote outcome 100%. But, so yeah, we're gonna get some splash potions of weakness, if I have any. I'm surprised I don't have some lying around. We can always use the one that's over there. Okay, no, there we go. And we're gonna grab as many golden apples as we really feel we'll need. And then we'll also grab some leads, which I definitely have the inventory space for, don't worry. So throw this in there and grab some leads out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, like 5 seems like enough. Throw that on the ground again. And let's go taunt some zombie villagers. We can obviously, anything we don't get from zombie villagers, we can just bring back from the jungle village. But you never respect the group vote outcome. I'm a little torn about it. I really think magma would be cool. But I think it clashes a little bit too much with the chisel bookshelf. That's my biggest concern. That is my biggest concern. So now we just need to go out here and find 5 zombie villagers, put them together. Okay, so if I do it here, there'll be plains villagers actually, which, yeah, is that my goal? So here's 2 zombie villagers, right? That's 2, nice and easy. I'm gonna definitely watch out for the charge creeper. That is a top idea, if you ask me. But yeah, so this is what I always recommend. If you are gonna light up your world, always keep some section of it not lit up. Just for moments like this. Oh no, they're gonna despawn if I don't stay close to them. So we want to keep these guys in my spawn radius while looking for other guys to also be in my spawn radius. Anyway, so yeah, apparently the clamato is actually clams and tomato. And so I brought some back. This one apparently is a Caesar, you know, my favorite type of salad. And so, yeah, I'm going to be drinking clams mixed with tomato. Clams? What does a clam even taste like? What? Who decided that clams were tasty enough that we should mix them with our fruits? Or vegetables, you know, who can even, you know, there's not a debate over what clam is. We just all agree it's subpar. I had fried clam once, and it just tastes like fried. Like, there's no flavor to clams. There's just absence of other things, I guess. So, yeah, we're only going to have 2 zombie villagers by the end of the night, it looks like. Which is a bummer. Do we have any blocks? We got magma blocks only. So what we're going to have to do is build a little safety thing underneath them. I'm going to quickly... I gotta watch out for the charge creeper too. You never know when he's gonna spawn in, mess up my life. So we'll just put them in a boat together. Place some magma up above. Yeah, this isn't what I intended to do today. Definitely should have moved them sooner, I guess. There we go. That should be good. And now we're gonna throw a splash potion of weakness, cure a couple of the guys, and we got 2 villagers. So 1. So there's going to be a quick second where one of them attacks the other one, by the way. But because they're both pretty fresh, it shouldn't be a big deal. So now we want to move them, but they're going to die if we move them. So we just have to wait a little bit. In the meantime, we can consider our actions, chat. We can sit here and think about what it is that we really want from life. You know, is there enough? You know, actually, we can sit here and we can drink a clamato. I'm excited. So yeah, I've had it before, but I was under the assumption it was just tomato soup, basically. Oh. There's a lot more flavors in that. Wait, what is in this? Water, second ingredient is vodka, that's a bad sign. Tomato paste, sugars, molasses, vinegar, monosodium, glutamate, salt, citric acid, garlic powder, spices, natural flavor. There's no clam in this anywhere. It's the 12th ingredient. It says there's dried clam broth. Really good though. I think it's basically just spiced tomato juice. It's delicious. You had the I would figure that, you know, like aged potato juice or whatever it is you make that Russian beverage from. I think that wouldn't help, but does a good job. It's weird. Man, this is like tasty. Apparently I need to put tomato paste, molasses, vinegar, and salt in the rest of my drinks. But yeah, I missed half an hour stream. No. Oh, wow, that was fast. Perfect. So as long as they don't stick in their... Oh, no. As long as they don't stick in their bad careers, we're going to be just fine. So now we can bring these guys all the way across my world. Kind of painfully across my world, to be honest. So we'll just kind of bring them slowly. Ever drink dandelion and burdock? Yeah, dandelion and burdock is another one of those drinks that makes no sense on paper, but works in practice. I'm going to walk like this, so we can make sure we're still hooked in. There we go. We're slowly getting there. A little bit more speed, maybe? There we go, yeah, like something like this. But, yeah, dandelion and burdock is a... Man, I do not understand. How is it that mixing clam, tomato, salt, and vinegar makes a beverage? What a weird one. Why is the lead attached to your head? I think that's a bedrock thing, right? But, the answer is I don't have a good question. I don't have a good answer for you. Dried clam broth, WTF. Yeah, what even... You know, clam broth already is a little bit concerning. But what does it mean to dry a clam broth? You're gonna soak clams in water and then get rid of the water? That seems like unnecessary, right? That feels like you're doing a couple of silly steps that you don't need to do. Okay, so there are villagers in here. I don't know where I keep the villagers anymore, actually. So I'll leave these guys out here. Hope they don't get attacked while I'm gone. Because they are going to give me super discounted traits. Look at these discounts, by the way. Oh, 1 emerald for an iron axe. I could do not very much of that. But, yeah, some people garnish their Caesars with an entire burger or whole rotisserie chicken. Okay, where do I need to go for that? Ryan does stuff, apparently. Name the Canadian city, and I will be there. And I'll be ready to have it. Oh, no, my villages are gone. I clearly used them for the... Ugh. So does that mean I can't make jungle villages very easily? Or are they gonna... Okay, I have a bit of an issue here, chat. I kind of wanted to... I used to use this as my spawn point for bringing villages around the world, but I clearly have forgotten about how that works. Oh, by the way, this is my AI-created iron golem farm. I don't think it's as good as the one that I made, if I'm being totally honest. So I guess we're going to... We could place down a temporary bed, and then allow the villagers to breed one more time, and then make a way for the baby to get out. No, that's not gonna work. You know, we'll use these guys. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to lead him across the world, bring a swamp villager in, and it'll be great. Vancouver Toycat, Calgary. Yeah, tell me a place name. I'll be there. I want a whole burger on the side of my drink, and then scrap the drink. Actually, that's exactly what I want. Man, it sounds delicious. I had a milkshake in Vegas that came with an entire slice of cake inside of it, and then like cookies on the outside. And it's like, yes, someone understands what a milkshake should be. Finally, if you expand the Iron Farm village, it might screw up Iron Golem spawns. Yeah, the truth is they're already very screwed up, but you definitely don't want to screw it up anymore. Also, oh, that was weird, huh? So we're just gonna move these guys across the world. Should we trade with this guy? I bet he gives me some real good... No, he doesn't. So we're going to go across the world now through this. Oh, I've got a tunnel. Thank God. I forgot about this tunnel, chat. I built this specifically for this very purpose. Because I like to move villages around. And now we just got to zoom, zoom, zoom. It'll be nice. Just maybe trade you with them something. I definitely want to do the opposite of trade you with them something. Past you being a boss. Man, you know, past me really cared about future me. In the same way that a parent would. Sometimes that's what you know, like, I've always heard the phrase that, like, you spend your first some number of years getting over your childhood, basically. Like, you know, everyone has, like, less than ideal parents. If you have perfect parents, then you don't have ideal parents. You just are bad at measuring your parents. That's my hot take. Also, yeah, this is really messy in some parts. But look, it technically works, chat. It technically does the job. Besides giving me a little bit of mining fatigue as we come through here, we are technically getting through this. Yeah, I think we should probably remove more blocks on the side here. I think that's you can see the signs of where it's fallen apart. Yeah, if we just remove... I think we come here, we sponge the water out, and it'll be just great. AI Golem created farm, so you had a robot help you design a robot that's designed to kill fellow robots. You know, now you say it that way, AG Silver Radio, it makes total sense that it didn't work, huh? Scary on the Davy in Vancouver for a whole meal on a Caesar. Thank you very much. I'm on board. I'll see you there. Excited. No, I've got to go somewhere on the I've got to go somewhere on the west coast of the United States soon. And I don't like... It's one of those, like, you know, I've got to do it. Got to work out the reason why later. Also, it's weird how the villages are slowly changing as they're coming through here. That's fun. Let's see what the librarian will offer me. It's a cartographer, don't care. You have a few jungle villages behind the big cubes, the one you said were important. You haven't gone back to them in months. Wait, where are they? Oh, wait, I think I know the guys. I wish I brought them back at the same time. In fact, I can leave these guys in this tunnel here, right? No, I can't. I get trapped if I do that. So we'll get these guys all the way to the end. We've probably gone a little bit too far, to be totally honest. Yeah, we'll get trapped in the village if we go this way. So we actually want to bring them back. Come on, bounce through them. Bring them back this way. They're both Fletchers now. It is incredibly interesting to see what they choose to do. Yeah, I'm now going to... Okay, zoom, zoom, zoom. Nice and simple. Get them right back out here. I don't know where about out here, but I imagine right here, if I just go left, that'll be good enough. If I get them up here, I can get them all the way, the rest of the way. Great. So these are 2 cured zombie villagers, although they're looking pretty regular. Now I'm going to make a second boat. And I believe, according to Dasher, I have a couple of... I knew I left jungle villagers around somewhere. I can't believe that I forgot where I left them, but I'll take it. So we'll just eat some more rotten flesh, like I'm a zombie myself. And we'll find where I put the jungle villagers. Is it over here? I definitely put them somewhere, chat. There's a place that I put my jungle villagers. I had to put them real far away, specifically so they wouldn't interfere. And I do not know where real far away is. Okay, anyone see any villagers? Wasn't it in one of the cubes? Did I put them in my cobblestone cube? It'd have to be the Netherrack cube, I guess. But then what are they going to do in the Netherrack cube? Okay, so let's fly underneath it. Nope, let's not. Let's swim underneath it. In we go. Because I have some spare jungle villages that I really, really need to make the most of. Nope, it's not in here, chat. I've got a baby zombie pigman. More serious questions about that. Don't get me wrong. But it's not in here. So is it the cobblestone cube? Because it can't be in the... If it was in the end cube, it would mess up all my farm spawns. So maybe it's not. We'll try the cobble cube just in case. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm crazy. So this is my way in. As you can see, it's very nice in here too. Big layer of ice in the ceiling. Arguably a downside. So what's in here? No villages in here either. It's a nice space though. I could definitely do something with it. Run review went. I have an interesting one for you. It's going to be... I'm giving people time to do cave challenge related stuff. Oh, was this sponge actually? I need some of those. But yeah, this is not the way. Oh, I've got the mining fatigue. Okay, I'm never getting out of here unless I find a little hole, which thankfully I have over here. So we get in the water and we just kind of swim our way. Maybe if I fly in, actually. Can you not fly in at this speed? There we go. Perfect. So are they in the end cube? You know, I said they were so important that I couldn't lose them, and then I lost them, chat. Did I just kill them? Did I ship them all the way away? What did I do with them? Because they were meant to... They were so important that they ruined everything, and now I can't find them. Are they in this little house here? Would be a good place for them to live. No, there's just cake in here. This whole thing is very confusing, chat. But we've got 2 villagers. Maybe in the swamp I've got more guys made from jungle villagers. And I'll leave them out of there or something. We'll see. So what are they changing about trading? You can watch my couple of videos on that. I did one for the snapshot and one for the beta. It's the same changes, but you know, the Bedrock one was more in depth because I had a few days to work on it. You know, just your standard cake house. Who doesn't have a cake house somewhere in their world? If you say you don't have a cake house, all that tells me is that you're good at lying. So this must be my jungle villager. Is there just one of him? You can't be living by yourself, man. Okay, so should we get a second villager in here? And then breed the 2 villagers together and then take the offspring somewhere else? Because there is enough beds here to support a whole village. No, there's not. There's 1 bed. There is 1 bed in this entire place. So we'll grab some more. Okay, it's been a while since I've kept up with you. I just said this, and what I need to know now. Yeah, it's interesting how everyone in the community has a huge reaction to this change. It's interesting how sometimes that happens, huh? Like, there are some Minecraft changes that are actually quite significant. People go, yeah, it's not a big deal. And then there are some where it's like, this will change everything. Minecraft will never be the same again. And it's interesting because you can't really tell which one's going to be which. till after it happens. So this is going to go in there, and this is going to go in there, and then that's 3 beds. So now this village can function. If I just get some potatoes to the zombie village, to the regular villagers. Then they'll have a baby. That baby will look a certain way. Deporting children again. Sometimes you've got to deport children to have a successful economy. I'm just saying, this is the way it works. you can learn to deal with it, or you can not, I guess. So now we take the bucket, and we get the villagers. I guess we should. Yeah, we'll get them outside the village. We'll have them have a baby themselves, and then we'll leave the baby there, and then that baby will eventually grow up to do other fun things. So up we go. Oh, please come up. Thank you very much. Then we'll move this, and then through more water we go, and up and up and up. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, it's really fun how village. It is really fun in my opinion how these mechanics work. Just kind of gotta jump them up. Thankfully, the Elytra jump makes this all more doable right now. Then we bring him all the way over here. Yeah, look at this, by the way. They drag slowly along the ground, then they just fly when they let go. So now both these villagers need to eat some potatoes, some whatever else. You'll know they're in the village when they pick up new jobs, which I think they've already done, but yeah, you can't be 100% sure. And then we'll just leave their baby here, and they can have another baby later, because it's going to be a while till we get them back to my home. Bit odd that armorers and fletchers weren't nerfed, so more snapshots probably coming. Okay, they both changed professions now, which means they're both close enough to this place that they consider themselves part of the village. Which means all we have to do is give them potatoes or carrots. Do I have a bunch of potatoes or carrots lying around? I really hope so. I don't want to fly all the way to the other side of my world. I'm going to need to do it eventually anyway, but like it's going to be a whole pain if I don't do it right now. So please have some. Oh, yes. Exactly what I wanted. I'll take them all, and I can put my rotten flesh away, which it looks like I already have. So yeah, let's now give. I don't know if 19 carrots between 2 villages is enough. I feel like it's 15 carrots per villager to breed, but let's find out. I'm not sure they need to nerf fletchers. What's wrong with them? Okay, you know what, chat? Should we do an OP villager tier list? Is that all we have to do? I think it's what we gotta do. So one of them is willing to love. Are they both willing to love, though? I think only he's willing to love. Sad. Oh, okay, he's opened up his heart. Make a baby now. We have to let them out, maybe. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now, back in the boat for you two, please, quickly in the boat, in the boat. In the boat. Stay in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. I will not accept not being in the boat. Get in there, friend. If you tell me that you're too big to fit in this boat, I'm not going to be happy. That's actually kind of weird that he won't get in the boat. So I'm going to steer him a little bit. There we go. So now the baby villager can stay here, and eventually he'll grow up and repopulate this village or something. So we'll put him in a boat, maybe. You know, everything can be solved by putting villagers in boats. That's my life pro tip for you. Oh, there we go. He's in a boat. We'll steer him in the vague direction of the village. If we get him over the walls, he'll be safe. So we put him in. We put some bucket down over here. We make him bounce up the hill. Nice and simple. Oh god, where did that creeper spawn? You know, I can say that it's safe here all I like, but the creeper spawn does make me look a little bit like it's not. And then we'll make a little hole, you know. We just need to get on top of this wall. So jump on top of it like this. Now we're up. And then get him to jump and do the same thing. Looks like that's easier said than done. You know, we'll just break a hole in the wall. Here you go. No, I won't break a hole in the wall. With efficiency 5 on a pickaxe like this, life is still this painful, and that's okay. This is bothering me. I'll find the villagers and tweet them at you. They definitely existed at some point. Everything can be solved by stealing people's shirts. You know, George Zoran, were you wakeboarding on the 24th of July? I have a suspicion that you might have been. You know, if you could just return the merch shirt now, then we could all be happier people. Also, yeah, that's now dealt with as far as I'm concerned. We need to come back here and, like, actually deal with that at another time. For now, these villagers have a place to be, and that place is underneath my directly underneath my armory. Yeah. You ever not find the word you're looking for, and you just gotta keep saying something. You know you'll find it if you just keep saying, but it just doesn't come out. I think there's this link between your brain and what you want to say. That when it breaks, your whole... Oh wow, that was weird. Yeah, flying. Using wings is the secret weapon, getting villagers to go places. So you get a block up, and there we go. Now I'll get up here, and I'll try the same thing. Okay, wings. So there we go, and they're on. And now we just have to get them all the way home. Why they're trying to rebalance villages as a whole. Why else would they try to change wandering traders and diamond ore generation? Yeah, I totally agree with that. Quetta Rona Yotta. Totally agree. How many hours did you play this world? I try not to keep track, but too many is the answer. Too many is always the answer. Man, this is so delicious. Mmm. It's like salty tomato soup. It's like iced salty tomato soup. Clams and tomato. Clam dried concentrate. It's all you need in your tomato juice, apparently. Why has the world been hiding this from me for so long? It's like a meal as well as a drink. You know, it's you ever have a meal replacement shake and they taste like, like generic. Ugh. You should let me make you Caesars. I'll do it. Make me a Caesars. Do it right now. It's just like how you can return the shirt. I won't call the police, but you have to let me punch you once. I do let people buy me a lobster roll. Actually, wait, chat. I have a life-changing update for you all. So you all know, you might know, I moved to the city a couple years ago, 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've been here 2 years now. It's been a big life change, but the even bigger life change has happened in the last month, because for so long I tell you, for too long maybe even. So we gotta I'm trying my best to get them up here. It's a half block gap, but they just don't want to come up there. So we'll place that there. That didn't do anything. Okay, this is all very weird. I do not understand how any of this works, chat. I do not understand. But hopefully, we can now bring him in. Come on, what is... I don't understand water physics. I want to pretend I understand them, but I do not understand them. Or maybe Mojang doesn't understand them. I feel like that is very much a them issue too. So now, how do we get them up this block? Okay. Here maybe? Do you want to come with me? Take the half slabs off maybe. Sorry, take the full slab off because half slab. There we go. Okay. See, that's so weird that eventually did it. So now we get them over here. I could take them in the front door, but I have to break one of these signs. I guess they say spare signs on them, so they can't be that important. And then in we go. And now we officially have 2 villagers who are... And every one of their babies will just force down the hatch. Simple. Okay, so I do need to make a lot of bookcases to make a lot of things. It's going to be just great. Must be a reason Clamato's been around for 50 years, and you seem to be agreeing. It is interesting how many things... every single brand that exists basically needs to cater to young people. Because otherwise young people look at it and go, ugh, why does that exist? And then they make it not exist by not buying it. So, if people my age don't know about Clamato, then that is a sign, that's a bad sign for Clamato, not for me, is my hot take. Whether that's true or not, you can judge. But, yeah, so I need to find some carrots, some potatoes, just whatever I can. Oh, there we go, 64 carrots. It's a lazy food, but it does the job for now. We'll get a lot more later. We need a tomato soup in Minecraft. I played a Minecraft mod which had so many foods in it recently. And it was ultimately, I don't think it was I don't think it added anything. I wasn't excited to make them, which is maybe why there aren't many Minecraft mods that do it. So these guys aren't gonna wanna, even if I give them all the carrots. So I want you to take these carrots. Why is he nodding at me every time I'm giving this guy carrots? Okay, so just take all the carrots. Between you, you can be great. Then we're gonna make some beds. Oh, that's gonna be the biggest source of, like, space usage, I guess. So we're gonna have to make so many beds down there. We'll just start with 3. We need to start with more than 3. Yeah, we can't start with 3 beds. What sort of insanity is that? We'll start with, they're just gonna throw carrots at each other non-stop. So now we go all the way down to the bottom here. And we place the bare minimum number of beds over here. So bed number 1, and bed number 2, and bed number 3. I don't know if beds work when they're this close together, but we'll be fine. So Kat, do you think Mojang will add swamp villagers since a swamp villager is necessary to get many books now? I do think, okay, so this is almost like a frugality measure. It seems weird to say that about a Minecraft thing. But they're deliberately trying to rebalance villagers without having to make something new. So when the baby villager's born, we can just shove him down. And villagers can't climb ladders, so he can only fall down. He can never fall upwards. So we remove that, and then we remove this. And then eventually, it all works out. I don't know if a zombie villager, I don't know if a baby villager can survive that sort of fall. Oh, look, and he's a baby swamp villager. And he doesn't care about his parents. No. Oh, man. He's gonna come home, right? Yeah, he has to. I should put a door on this to be careful. Oh, they made another baby that quickly. Jesus. Going fast. Okay, so now this guy, we're gonna nudge him in the right direction. Man, they're producing babies. They're a baby factory over there. So just down the hatch he goes. How are you doing this? How is that humanly possible? And I'm gonna nudge him from over here. Okay, so they made another baby already. I'm gonna have a lot of swamp villagers, by the way, because this isn't a swamp biome. I'm gonna hopefully get him down in a more effective manner. So down he goes. Yep, they can survive it. That's fine with me. They will eventually fall down, and they can eventually become the right type of villager. Perfect. I don't know why you're a fisherman and why you're a toolsmith. Doesn't matter to me. What matters is you have children that are trapped down there and that will trade with me. So now we're waiting for them to come home and, I don't know, do whatever it is they're gonna do. We have to make a very big area down here. The area's gonna be the same size as this place, actually, so 4 blocks, 4 blocks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. So 5 including the wall. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna make a big area that kind of matches the one above. I'm gonna make sure it has torches so there's no creepers down here. This is where the villagers are gonna live. It's a nice cave, I know. Wait, it's not a nice cave, I know. But we can make it nice. We can put some carpets down. We can have a skylight in there one day if they ask nicely. You know, it's gonna work. It's gonna be great. And so then we're gonna put the beds specifically in the corners, because those will be the least useful spaces. And then in front of the beds, I think we'll put the lecterns. Or maybe the lecterns can... Maybe the beds can go behind a wall somewhere, and then we'll put lecterns. You can work it out, it's great. Decorate it like it's a deluxe witch hut. You deported the villagers to a leaf and jungle plank shack behind the cocoa bean farm. That's funny. You know, definitely proud of that decision. No mistakes made there. So, yeah, now we got a big enough space to at least start working on. The ceiling definitely needs to come down too. Don't get me wrong. Lots of miniature changes. But now that we've got villagers, we can breed those up and then start making librarians. Hopefully the other baby villager comes in here though. That's a pretty key concern we have. If he doesn't come home, then we won't have what we want. So we need to dump our books when they're... Yeah, we're just going to dump our book for now. Going to dump them in here. Actually, no, let's play Feather Falling in its natural place. And then place Bane of Arthropods 4 down too. So this is... Oh, perfect, by the way. He's come down. Just get down there. Just go down where you're... I hope they can't climb ladders, actually. I hope he's one of the 2 from down here. Oh, no, they can climb ladders. Okay, so we gotta... Okay, so how do we stop them climbing the ladder? We make it high enough up that they have to jump. Although now I can't climb the ladder. We make it like a weird parkour puzzle. Where you have to go here, and then jump around that. You know, this is terrible. Okay, we're gonna work out a better system soon. Maybe we put like a ladder there. Nope, that doesn't work either. We're gonna put just a random block, iron ore. Here's a random chisel bookshelf. Random chisel bookshelf goes here. I jump on that. Maybe one more block further back. Mobs don't have the same like jump ability that you do. So there we go. 4 blocks down. Perfect. I can jump. I can get out. Swamp villagers still trapped down here. Eventually they'll always fall down. Scaffolding. Yeah, scaffolding's a clever way out, huh? Especially, you know, Instamind scaffolding coming soon will make that extra fun. I'm lying. That won't change anything about my life. But it'll feel extra fun. Now we need to find some bookshelves. I pray that I have some in here, but I'm pretty sure I don't. Yep, that's a correct guess. Which means we either need to make a bunch of planks, which I can do, or we're going to go and find a lot of bookshelves. How do you find a lot of bookshelves? I hear you not asking me, but this is a rhetorical question, so I'm going to answer anyway. Let's go through the end, and let's do it. So it's sort of funny that a zombie villager can spawn anywhere and will follow you. He resorts to awkwardly moving villagers around against his will. You know, do they follow you? Do they follow you? I'm like the, you know, I try my best to do it willingly, but they insist on me doing the opposite. You know, I want to be nice to these guys. They just refuse to accept the niceness. That's my official story, and I'm sticking to it. I didn't put the books in where I said I put the books in. That's on me. And then we're going to put the item frames in here. We're starting to fill it up more than I'd like to, but that's fine. So put that there, put that in there. And then let's put some stone away too. There isn't much stone on this side of the world. Probably for good... No, there's plenty of stone. There's too much stone. It's a problem how much stone there is here. But yeah, we're good. I am a potato! Thank you, Call Me Dragos, for the $2 tip. You are a potato. Have you ever considered that you could be anything in the world you want to be, and yet you choose to be a potato? You know, it's chat. I'm bummed. I didn't have Q&A Saturday this week, so I'm going to do Q&A Saturday, but it's weird tips from people like Call Me Dragos. I am a potato is an interesting statement, because although anyone can be a potato, in reality, we are all not potatoes, because to have the thought of being a potato mandates that you not be a potato. Therefore, no one has ever thought the phrase, I am a potato, without lying, unless, actually, they have. Because, although lying is usually considered to be saying a falsehood, I think it's only lying if you know it to be a falsehood. It's not a falsehood for me to say that Minecraft 1.20.20 is an update that's going to be coming out for Minecraft, because to the best of my knowledge it's true. If it later turns out to not be true, there isn't anything that I could do about that. And therefore, you are not a potato is the most likely outcome, but not guaranteed. But also you're a liar. That would be like luring a capitalist of money. Honestly, it'd be so good if villagers would just follow you around when you had an emerald. If you wave £20 notes at me, and you drop one every 10 seconds, I will follow you for as long as you need me to, as long as my safety is not at risk. And even if my safety is at risk, maybe I do it anyway. You know, maybe that's the level of interest I have in those £20 notes. So I don't find it hard to believe at all that a villager would follow you around if you had emeralds in your hand. I'm just saying, maybe they should do it. I'm a highly processed alcoholic potato. You know, that's you know the whole phrase "you are what you eat." That's what proves that that's true. Pretty sure there's nothing else going into the average Russian diet, right? That's pretty sure. Don't want to claim to be a scientist or anything. That is unironically a good idea, Toycat. Thank you. I do my best, except when I don't do my best. But even then, I'm doing my best not to do my best, which in a way is doing your best. But yeah, mining the end pillar spikes for 100 days when. That sounds like torturing yourself for charity. Or, you know, always got to make the joke, you know, charity is just the name of my girlfriend. And so all proceeds will go straight to charity. Don't you worry. I think I made that joke one too many times. I think someone took it quite seriously, and you gotta be cautious. I think the problem with sarcasm is it kind of relies on the fact that people don't get the joke immediately. They have to like think about it and go, wait a minute. Toycat doesn't actually mean that money is going to his girlfriend named Charity. I don't think Toycat has a girlfriend named Charity. But yeah, I think I think that despite that, you know, like that's where people get caught up on sarcasm, isn't it? Anyway, speaking of being caught up on sarcasm, I'm going to go literally mine a stronghold so I can get some bookshelves, because I need to make lecterns, and that's just the easiest way. I probably have a bunch of lecterns sitting around somewhere. I'm going to go more extreme today, and I'm also going to get a lot of carrots for a lot of breeding. Don't know how many I need, but 3 stacks should be good enough. Use fortune on crops, Toycat. I know, but I don't have a fortune tool anymore. Wait. Yeah, I don't even keep my fortune pickaxe on me anymore. It's all silk touch. That's a mistake. Don't get me wrong. I know. Big mistake on my behest. But it is a mistake regardless. Wait, chat. We're going to go to the nether real quick. So, what's the size you need for a nether portal again? It's like 63 by 62 blocks, right? Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm glad. Got this one sorted. Just great. Okay. Always hard to land in this. Imagine you met the love of your life in the next few years and her name was Charity. You gotta be cautious of a girl named Charity because you know her parents do not like her. And, you know, yeah, I was mentioning before how much damage like a good childhood can do to you, or like a relatively good one. Like, you know, like everyone's getting like some damage, some issues in there. Imagine the damage you're getting when your parents actively hate you from the moment you're born. You haven't even done anything wrong yet. But yeah, I think that, I think that's the whole problem. I really love farming in Minecraft, especially building creative builds, says Bunnicula 2011. I think building creative builds around your farms is a fun way to mix the technical and the creative side in Minecraft. I totally agree with that. Also, I forgot. I think I'm not going the right way to get to my newest end portal. Although I've got another end portal to the right here. And there's an iron vein over there I need to get. So if I go that way, it's not even like doing something wrong necessarily. So we're going to follow the end stone bricks, chat. They're going to tell me to go this way. And now this way. And then, well, where about from here? Am I there already? Is one firework all you need? Looks like it. And then we go through here. Go through this lovely little tunnel. That's me. My mum hates me and has since I came out of her. You ever consider how rude it was of you to come out of a pub? You know, how many people have I come out for my lifetime? I did it once and then I realized it was a bad idea. But like, you don't hear about reasonable adults just coming out of people. That's absolute insanity. Why would you do that to your mother? You deserve everything bad that's happened to you. Hot take. You know what, chat? Tell me something bad in your life, and I'll tell you why it's all your fault, even if it's not. I think that's the therapy I can provide for you today. Also, this is not where I expected to be. Should I take one of these villagers home? Oh, I bet I totally could as well. If I last slept in that village, right? So if I bring... No, the villager will go to the world spawn, not to my village. But it'd be fun to have a tiger villager down there, right? I love the idea of making a diversity village, like a village that includes one of every villager type. I just think it's one of those silly ideas that absolutely must be done. But anyway, yeah, let's go up, down, all around. Okay, so I've got a lot of stuff that I've been leaving here, and I'll continue to leave it there because I'm here to go for the library. Where's the library at? These are torches that I shouldn't be using probably. Library, where is the library? So there's an iron vein around here that I still need to come back to and look at. Here it is, look at this, chat. I found an iron vein, I'm gonna mine it in survival. I don't know what I'm gonna get from it, but I've heard of reasonable adults coming into people. You know, definitely should have worded that better. Also, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to ask the consent of the village's parents. You know, the beautiful thing about Minecraft society is no such rules exist. No such rules exist. Anyway, chat, how are you doing today? It's been a while since I asked that. I feel very rude for not asking it. But how are you doing on this fine Tuesday afternoon? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Wow, I'm absolutely wonderfully. But no, yeah, I feel like it's fun to have these little sessions every now and then where I get to see what's going on. Ohio Master's doing pretty great, thanks. Love to hear it. What is not to love? Besides all the people that are being born every minute. There is definitely a library around here somewhere. Here it is. And now we're just going to destroy the whole thing. At least the central part of it, right? Like, the sides can stay. This doesn't need to. Make potato shrine, says Call Me Dragos. You know what, chat? I will give... I will build a potato shrine for precisely anyone. I will do the exact opposite of build a potato shrine. And you know what I'll do that for? I'll do it for you, chat. I'll do it for you all. No, if your name is Charity, you legally have to go out with two girls called Hope and Faith. I think I know someone called Hope. I think that's like, just, you know, there's a lot of names out there that seem real fun, but once you go too far off the beaten path, you're opening up your child for potential bullying. I once got robbed walking to a grocery store to buy some cookies. I'd like to explain how that's my fault. There we go, Sal. That's what I'm talking about. You paid for the Toycat gaslighting service, and you are going to get a good service. So thank you very much for the tip. I appreciate them. You know why I like tips? Because I can use them to buy lobster rolls. I now have a lobster roll place within delivery radius of me, chat. It took me living in one of the biggest cities in the world, one of the top 50. The second biggest, third biggest in Europe, depending on how you count. So I live in the second biggest city in the world, and I finally can get a lobster roll delivered. That is the level of it. It costs £20 plus delivery. So I haven't done it yet, but one day soon, when I feel like I have money again, I'm gonna have a very wealthy day. But there's a mineshaft and mob spawner nearby. Fun fact. Oh, that is a fun fact. That's a really fun fact. So yeah, to answer your question, Sal was once walking to a grocery store to buy some cookies, and then he was robbed. Explain to me how that's your fault. So here's the thing, Sal. Why was it? Why was it? Yeah, why is it that you think that you can go to a grocery store to buy cookies when, you know, let's be honest, the correct thing to do when you're gonna do something so gluttonous, the correct thing to do, the only sane thing to do, is to just make them at home. They're already bad for you. The least you could do is cook them yourself. But no, you're not just gluttonous. You don't just want cookies. You're also lazy too. Honestly, the fact that you don't get robbed more often. Also, girl named Swamp Librarian. I'm naming my children Swamp. I'm naming my first child Swamp Librarian now. Chat, it's been decided. Quetta Ronayota. If it goes poorly for me, I'm putting you in the suicide note. As in the girl suicide note. Like, I don't wanna... you know, it's maybe that's too dark, actually. Anyway, Sal, it's all your fault. You're lazy, you're gluttonous. And then get this, you're not even charitable. I'm sure the guy asked nicely, hey, got any change? And you probably said no. If you said yes, he would have taken your change. They missed a life update, living in London 2 years, and... Yeah, the life update is I've been living in London for 2 years, and finally, there is a lobster roll within delivery radius. And thanks to Eat My Cream Ween, after YouTube's 30% cut, and after the taxes that come out of it, I am now about 1% closer to being able to buy one. I love how there's a whole room dedicated to lava in your stronghold. We don't go in the lava room. Okay, I'm going to be honest, chat. I'm a little bit lost. It's a big problem. It's a very big problem. Yeah, I started making a trading hall in my world today, but the villagers are completely uncooperative. Okay, I'm really lost here. I don't know how I did it, but I've got lots of bookshelves. Okay, so I'm just gonna mine upwards, maybe? Make a nether portal? Is that a plan? If you name your children after Minecraft villagers, you're cursing them to be as brain dead. Okay, so the trick is you just gotta follow the walls, right? Okay, where is my end portal? I don't want to spend my time walking around a labyrinth. Okay, it was down here. I remember that much. No, I don't. I remember that much incorrectly. So this is another library. So that's good news. Okay, I'm finding lots of libraries. I'm a big book reader. That's wonderful. Also, kid, why is my brother's name Swamp Valerian? Mum, because your dad loved mending, lol. It'll make perfect sense to them. They'll love it. They totally won't resent me and grow up to, I don't know, worship the devil. You know, actually worshipping the devil. I feel like, you know, at least, you say what you will about people who do that. At least they're picking a team. You know, they are, you know, they're not sitting on the fence. They're saying very firmly that they hate everyone, and that, you know, isn't that nice? So, yeah, I saw you taking your driving test on TikTok. Have you now passed? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. The thing of that. Yeah, a long time ago. My biggest regret, and I know this is a silly one, and I know you can't say this out loud. So, but you know, my biggest regret is not getting my driving license before the pandemic, because there was a time where everyone was like, there's no additional risk, right, to going out and driving and like going in a national park for a day versus being inside. There's zero additional risk to anyone in any sense of the word. But you could have explored nature when it was actually like empty. And that is my biggest regret, is not doing that. God damn it, I'm so lost. I won't ever find myself. His other child's name is Lobster Roll. You know, I name my children after things that are rare and valuable. And so Lobster, okay, I'm gonna have to check back my own stream. I'm gonna find these coordinates. Where was I? I was at, okay, just go forwards a bunch. Okay, so I'm at 2382, 4213. So 4213 is over here. 2382 is a lot of blocks this way. Okay, so we're gonna go this way as far as we can. Left. Just having the direction alone can be enough sometimes. We're just gonna mine this way and then go down a few blocks. I don't know what we're gonna find. Don't know if we want to find what we're gonna find, but it's great. But yeah, I'm totally gonna have a child named, you know, Lobster Roll. Great name for a child. I'm totally on board with that one. So then this way some more, and then this way, and okay, there's arrows. That's pointing left. This is pointing down. See, the Tetris arrows are working, chat. So they're right now, and they're not to the left, I'm presuming. I guess it must be to the left, and it was just meant to be obvious, but they're not that way, so this way. But not that way, apparently. Okay, we gotta go past this. What is this here for? Okay, I go past the block, which is just there to confuse me. Here we are. That's the end portal. We can now take all of these back with me. So, fly. Up we go. Down we go. Okay. Ouch. Oh, and here we are. Yeah, we ended up right in the perfect place, which is wonderful. Now I've got some spare blocks that I don't really want or need. And so here's my secret for getting rid of blocks you don't want or need, chat. You just litter them in the corner and then hope that at some point the problem deals with itself. And then we're going to take Bane of Arthropods 4 and finally put it away over here, which means I now have almost all of the Bane of Arthropods sorted. Perfect. Okay, so now we need to get some wood, and we're going to make a bunch of lecterns. Yeah, this is a fun challenge, honestly. I like the multiple steps to it. So we're going to throw just 30 carrots at you. They need beds more than they need anything else, but that's fine. And we also need to get a bunch of slabs. So regular slabs. That is not to say half slabs. I hope Charity approves of these name ideas. You know what, chat? Do you think Charity is going to like naming a child Lobster Roll? Speaking of naming a child Lobster Roll,
Cat tax. Have a lobster roll delivered.
You know, thank you, Maximus. My dream in life is to get a lobster roll delivered. My dream. I have not been able to live that dream, but soon one day. You have brought me 33% closer to my dream coming true. Actually, wait, can you get a lobster roll delivered at 10:30? Oh, that feels like late, right? Oh no, don't tell me it's true. Am I like, Icarus? Have I flown too close to the sun? Oh, interesting, I still can get a lobster roll delivered. But they cost more at this hour of the night. Because you can't get... That is incredibly interesting. Is that interesting to anyone else? Or is that just me? Am I... Okay, whatever. Yeah, okay, wait. Lobster roll. There's a different place that is doing lobster rolls at this hour. And they are more expensive than the other place that does lobster rolls. You snooze, you lobster roll. Okay, I'm good. I think Charity needs to reevaluate her life decisions if that's what you're naming your kids. You know, this is all Charity's fault. Glad we all agree. Okay, I think I went too high up in the house. It's interesting. Okay, so some oak logs. No, we'll go birch. Actually, it doesn't make a difference. We'll use oak. Oak's got a little bit less value to it. So we're gonna make a bunch of lecterns, like a silly number of lecterns. Lecterns just slabs and bookshelves, right? 4 slabs and a bookshelf. So if we make 66 slabs, we can make 15 lecterns. We probably want more than 15, but that's a good start. Then we're gonna go make another bunch of these. Another one maybe, 9. That seems like a good amount to me. 39, that's 13 beds. That'll be a good, like, starting number. Okay, so we're about to have a serious number of librarians now, chat. But yeah, you know what, chat? Sometimes, you know how, like, some streamers like eBeg and that's their whole success model? That's what I'm gonna emulate today. Do you want me to go lobster rollers? Do you want me to be there and eating, like, peasant food? Like, pasta or bread and eggs? Or, do you want, actually, we gotta be using more ridiculous foods. Do you want me to eat foods like, low-grade caviar? Or prawn? Or tuna? Or salmon? Or do you want me to be eating, friends who care about friends, parasocially, of course. Don't let them not eat lobster rolls. It's just a fact. But yeah, that's my bad pitch. Okay, let's wait for the tips to roll in now. After my high quality sales pitch of, yes, if you really loved me, you'd buy me lobster rolls. We'll see how many people really love me and buy me lobster rolls. You'd have to do pasta dirty like that. Also, look just how many villagers are pouring out of these guys now. So we're gonna block off the entrance with bookshelves, of course. And now it's just a matter of time until all of the villagers end up down here, right? It's just a matter of time. Okay, so we only got 2 guys down here. But by placing more beds and more beds and more beds, we'll end up with a lot more than 2. So it still feels unbalanced. So it's 3 blocks, then beds, 3 blocks, then beds. So now we're going to place our lecterns. It's a bit messy to do too many villages at once, which is why you probably shouldn't. But we'll just have our lecterns go like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll have 4 over here too. Also, thank you very much, Sal. Couldn't have you go lobster rollers. It would break my heart. There we go. See, Sal, he is gluttonous and he is lazy. But he does not commit the sin of letting someone he cares about go lobster rollers. But yeah, I think we have to have a ceiling above this or the villagers can climb over. So we'll just leave that there for now, as well as this over here. But we're going to have like a clear divide between my part of this room and the villagers' part of this room. It'll be great. And we can have this go, I guess, as far as we want it to. I can't get any food delivered at this time in Southend, says Grace Rush. Really, no food? Southend is a city now, and you don't have food delivery all sorted out? Have 3 fish tanks for each size of salmon. I've got to admit, I do find that idea quite funny. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. You remind me of the cat begging for food when there's already food in his bowl. There's food in my bowl, but I want the food that comes from the fancy place. I want someone to go out there and risk their life in a boat, fish up a sea insect, take the sea insect and I don't know, like I feel like there's some brutal murder in there somewhere. I want them to do all of that, and then I want it to put them with some hot butter in a charred bread roll. What can I do? I mean, what can you expect a person like me to do? So yeah, we need to get all the baby villagers down there. Easier said than done, apparently. We're going to produce a lot of these guys, so I don't think we have to stress about it right now. But they are both fishermen. Come on, guys, just go down the hole. It's not that hard. It's cute that they're playing together. Look at this. This is very bizarre behavior, but they're just jumping on stuff and then running around the room. Someone had to code this in, huh? Lobster roll special assessment. Thank you so much, David Solomana. You know, we're like 2/3 of the way to a lobster roll now, chat. You know, I'm gonna there's gonna be some sad North Atlantic fisherman. What's he gonna do? I guess the good news about them staying together is when they do all fall in the hole, they will all fall in the hole. We'll get them all in, or we won't get any of them in. Okay, this guy hasn't started following the other children yet. Oh, now he has. Down the hole, guys. Down the hole. Should we just... Okay, here's my idea. Let's just destroy the floor around the boat here. When they have children, they will fall down. Okay, this doesn't work over here apparently. But we want to make as many holes down as possible. Okay, ouch, that's fine. Ouch, that's great. There we go. Just lots and lots of children down to the bottom layer. This is the best way to do it that we know how. Now we can push them down another layer. I guess we could also just remove the ceiling on this one, but we don't need to do that. We're just gonna nudge them down, and they're gonna realize they run out of ladder real quick. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of swamp villages, which is kind of funny, which makes it look like we're specifically looking for mending, which we could say we are, although that would probably be a lie. Honestly, why don't we just move the villagers down to the bottom? Yeah, at some point, I think that makes sense. Villagers playing each other and playing tag is intentional. Yeah, that's what I mean. Someone coded that in. That's like an actually hard mechanic to, like, you know, it takes a lot of work to do that as far as I'm concerned. So now we're going to mine some blocks above the bed so the villagers don't suffocate. I don't think they would suffocate, but it's important just to make sure we have. Can't you just move the breeding pair down a layer? Yeah, we totally could. There's no good reason for us not to. Absolutely no good reason. But yeah, that's all I have. So yeah, at some point these babies are going to grow up and they're going to start trading me things. For the now, I think we've got enough. Like if they want to produce more. Actually, yeah, let's just bring the boat down. In Bedrock, you don't take full damage oh no, you do take full damage in a boat on Bedrock. I just broke something that I didn't really want to. So we'll just nudge the boat down a layer. Ouch, sorry about that, friends. And now we can finally fix all of this. So just all of this, in we go. Then we come down a layer. Everything's wonderful. Pretend none of that happened. And we're gonna finally start putting the names on books. We don't even necessarily need to. We don't even need to name enchanted books. Like, does anyone care if this Fawns book is actually Fawns? Probably not. So we could find our just cheapest, most abundant books. Enchant them with anything. Literally anything. Like, you know, let's throw a book in there right now, right? If we enchant it, although we've got to name them, so that might get expensive. But yeah, I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Also, I've somehow ended up with too many inventory slots filled again. My bad. So yeah, we're going to put the 27 bookshelves in here too. Just, you know, this is where bookshelves go now. And then I'm going to enchant a random book. Okay, so this is just going to have protection on, right? But then I can do something clever, because there's this slot over here. Because this has to be both whatever goes next to Fawns and whatever. So the bottom two enchantments are... Oh wait, Fawns isn't the last enchantment. Unbreaking is the last enchantment. Yeah, this is Unbreaking, not Fawns. Oh my god, how did I mess up something so simple? Okay, so... This is Fawns, but this is also Swift Sneak. So this is Fawns and this is Swift Sneak. So Swift Sneak, it could be like Swift Sneak and then Fawns underneath. So if I rename this book, which I really should have renamed in the first place. Oh, you can't rename it 2 layers though. It's got to be like Swift Sneak. So Swift Sneak / Fawns. Is that good? Is that what we need? By the way, you know, David, if you're just catching the stream, I had my first clamato today. It is delicious. It's flavored like pickled bean. I want everything in my life flavored like pickled bean. You can't put spaces in there. This is as good as we can get. Past Toycat, what a rascal. I can't believe past Toycat would do this to current Toycat. This is so out of character for him. What a delicious treat. It's made from clams and tomatoes. Can you believe that? Okay, so then there's Soul Speed and there's Sweeping Edge. We physically can't get a Sweeping Edge book, right? So we have to take our protection one. We literally have to. And we have to rename it Sweeping Edge. So we're doing all of this right now, by the way, because we're waiting for our villagers to grow up. We can grow more later. But right now, this is what we got. So this is Swift Sneak and Fawns. This is Sweeping Edge. And this will be Soul Speed. And we're going to use up all of our levels making books that do stuff like this. And then we'll move on to the next one. So have we got a single aged villager yet? We have not. Although they're sleeping, which tells me I should probably do the same. Actually, you know, having the villagers and be in bed might be good for their souls. Yeah, let's just place all of this over here. Break our way around it, maybe. And then just leave them over there. And that we'll do the same over here. Just probably better if we leave this like that. And now we got villagers on both sides of it. Although they can just climb over their babies. I've just realized that now. Come on, guys. Do you have to prove how silly my designs are the moment I do them? Can you not wait till I'm at least gone? But yeah, we're gonna do this for each and every enchantment now. It's gonna be great. So, speaking of rascals, the one who traded, it's kind of turned into the rascal mob concept. Yeah, that is fun actually. I never considered that, but you're totally right. Also, Curse of Vanishing for 1 emerald. That's pretty good, huh? That's really good. I need the Curse of Vanishing, but I don't need it as bad as I need, say, Mending. So we'll find whichever one of these he's linked to. Interesting. I wonder why he's changing. I'll put a lectern, like, right here. See if that changes him. And then I'll break the table up here. Because we can always come back to this later. Man, this takes forever to mine. Oh. Did I even pick that up? I did. So now has he changed to a librarian? Oh, he was a toolsmith. Wait, a toolsmith is... Does he need this to be broken? So we'll break this right now. And we're going to make him a librarian by force. Or he's going to stay a toolsmith anyway. Okay, he's become a librarian linked to this. That works for me. So now we found one that we can break and replace endlessly. I think that mending is always a good bet, right? I think that's like a solid one. But we'll go for anything that seems like a particularly amazing discount. So Smite, not that needed. You need it once and then maybe never again. I think he's just linked with a new bookshelf. That was not what I was intending. Okay, so we have screwed this system entirely. Okay, it's all...
Lobster rolls are yes.
Yeah! Thank you, Aidiness! You know what? I can buy a lobster roll. I'm gonna do it. I hope they don't close at 10:30. I'm gonna be very screwed if they do. I'm gonna add it. Okay, I've done it. No, they did close at 10:30. Okay, maybe the more expensive one did. Okay, I can still do it. Okay, original lobster roll. Gonna get some clarified butter on that. Okay, they close at 10:45 if you're willing to spend more. You know, after your £15 generosity. Might be able to. So I'm gonna go look at all the baby villagers just hanging out together. It's a little bit weird looking at them, honestly. So I can get a... okay, yeah, okay, you know what, chat? I'm gonna have to do it. It's the only way. We're gonna get the whole meal. It's gonna be just great. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get some little butter on the side too. It's gonna be wonderful. Yeah, it's, you know, it's crazy. Literally 10:30 they closed the cheap one, but not the expensive one. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Gonna be getting a lobster roll tonight. It's gonna be the best one. I should do this, but I don't feel like spending hours doing it, says Zotal Acronym. That is the sad thing. That is what you basically are committing to. Should you have to commit to it that way? That is an interesting question. Also, chat, is buying a lobster roll a business expense? I just need to know. I need to know for reasons, you know. Obviously, nothing related to this transaction. But you know, like, really, don't you need... Wouldn't it be arguable that I need one of these just to run my business? Isn't that an entirely reasonable thing to say? I would say that is a very reasonable thing for me to say. Okay, I've ordered the lobster roll, chat. If you eat it on stream on video, yes. What if I just mention eating it on stream or video? I guess you could argue then at that point it's not. Okay, I've ordered a lobster roll, chat. You know, it's 10:37 actually. I'm sleeping in and out. Okay, you know what, chat? Do it. What do you reckon? Is it worth having the good thing now, or do I have to wait? And then, what would you do in my situation? Would you wait, get the slightly cheaper one in the morning, when you're more lobster roll ready? It's 10:30. Man, what have I done tonight? I've done a pretty good job with this little baby horde I've got going on. Dinner, whatever. Also, now we've got 2 librarians. This is Infinity, don't care. This is a bookshelf. So we're gonna break this and replace this. They've both started linking to lecterns down below, it seems. So if I remove those lecterns... Oh, it's so weird the way these villages are working, huh? Okay, so one of them changed. They both changed. Now they're just doing bad generic trades. Get it now because you want it now. Delayed gratification. You know what, chat? Decide my lobster roll. Okay, I'm going to do a poll. Lobster roll. 11 p.m. Wait till tomorrow. Because it takes an hour to get here. That's the only reason I'm like, oof, about it. So I'll ask the community. You can decide. Good thing comes to those who wait. Get it now because you want it now. Lobster poll. Oh, this is a lobster poll. You know, that's beautiful, Hacker1MC. Good to see you, by the way. Oh, we got our first villager. So he will now give me Depth Strider. And if I can just work out... Oh, we got 2 villagers. He will give me knockback. So I don't want either of these enchantments particularly. Although, you know, what is my whole system here? Just make a bunch of villagers and then see what happens? I think that is the system. So we need to have the exact number of lecterns that we have villagers. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we've got 9 of these, plus the 2 guys upstairs. So we want to have 8. The same number of villagers as lecterns. Or we can just make them produce another villager. Yeah, there's 9 beds down here. There should be 9 villagers, really. Good to see you as well. Haven't caught a stream in a while. I'm glad to see you caught this one. Also, we've got a cat running around here now. I mean, I guess we can use it as a source of string, but like, you know, the emotional... okay, you know what, chat? Overwhelming majority of people are saying something. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the bravest thing we can. And we're gonna bow into pressure and order the lobster roll. Okay, so projectile protection. I'm gonna get my enchantments in, as many of them as I can in there. So soul speed is the next one I need to name. And then it's smite. So we'll find a smite. There's gonna be a smite in here somewhere. Where is smite 1? We just need a smite level 1 in here somewhere. Do. Oh, we've got a swift sneak. That's real nice. So swift sneak is the one that comes just before fawns, and so we'll put that in there. That's 1 fewer enchantment that we need to get. So you can see, we started today with like 20 enchantments. We're already on like 25, just by moving around existing stuff. Oh, we got a lot to start moving around here. So mending, I think, is the most expensive. Silk Touch, that's going to be fairly high up in there. Silk Touch is a book we need to have for our collection, and it goes over here. I'm not going to rename a Silk Touch book to Silk Touch. Instead, we're going to take a Efficiency one or Feather Falling one. Although Feather Falling's already labeled. This is Impaling. But it's actually Impaling on the one side, and it's Infinity on the next. So we're going to rename this. We're going to get there, chat. We're going to name everything. It's going to be beautiful. So this is Impaling / Infinity. Okay. So we get in there, and now... This is like a really big grind, honestly. We have to take every single enchantment, including Aqua Affinity, which doesn't have a slot. I clearly should have made a slot for it. And we're going to do this for all of these. So after Infinity comes Knockback. Knockback goes here and has 2 levels. So that's my next plan, then Looting, then Loyalty. Knockback, Looting, Loyalty. I can remember that while I look at chat. Eat the lobster roll. You know what? Let's do it. Let's order it. I'm in. Oh, no. Wait, no, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, no, it's not fine. Chat. I hesitated. I don't know what the lesson from this is. And I don't know if I can show you. I can't show you the location. Okay, it says, whatever, it says it's not accepting orders. The restaurant's now closed. It said they closed at 10:45. I gave myself time to make the decision. Is this a biblical story? If you get too greedy, you end up with nothing. He who hesitates is lost. I haven't eaten dinner tonight. I was gonna have a lobster. Like, it's not like I guess I've eaten pickled bean flavored tomato juice. I haven't had dinner tonight, chat. What am I meant to do? What am I meant to do with that? Am I just meant to die? Is that the plan? Anyway, we're gonna put Enchanted Book back. Oh, I actually need Knockback, but we're gonna. So it was Eat lobster roll next stream. Change the Sweeping Edge book. That doesn't exist. So the Sweeping Edge section is there on the assumption that Sweeping Edge will come eventually. I think it's a poor assumption, admittedly. You know, being wrong about a lot of things, but I feel like it's Also, we have a Smite book. I knew I needed Smite. So, oh, do you see that, by the way? Do you see how it had like a add a health bar for a second. So we're going to take power 1 because we have quite a few power 1s. And we're going to rename this to be infinity, no, knockback. Because realistically, these things don't matter. So this is the knockback book. It's kind of insane when you think about what we have to do here, but that's fine. So this is knockback. And then we're going to enchant a book and call it looting. And then we're going to use up literally every single one. So where are my enchanted books at? I'm going to end up using every single one of my things this way. Every one of my XP points. But it's better to use the XP than have it sitting around, is what people would like to tell me. So, yeah, this is the fastest way to do it. We enchant the book. Why is it not work? Oh, you need 7 levels to... Okay, this is why you have a second enchantment table. Specifically moments like this. Okay, protection. Don't care what it gives me. Piercing. Oh, I've never gotten piercing naturally. I think I might keep that, actually. So we'll throw piercing in here now. And then we'll grab another book. Speaking of another book, thank you very much for the tip. Dracon Empire, make a cheese sandwich. I do actually have cheese. You know, okay. Going from a lobster roll to cheese sandwich might be the same as going from, you know, living in a billionaire mansion to living on the street. You know, do you want me to live on the dining equivalent of the street? Is that what you want from me? Because, you know, apparently that's what I'm going to have. So now we're going to have looting and loyalty. So this is my looting book. This is a little bit of a silly way of doing things, but it's what we got to do. And then this is my loyalty book. There we go. And now down we come. And look at that. We're just a little... So looting comes first. Then loyalty comes second. Just like in the real world, if there's ever an apocalypse, just keep that in mind. So yeah, I think these need to be rotated too, so it's always facing inwards. And then maybe have this one face the corner like that. Because it's kind of in between two states. Yeah, that's what I would say. Yeah, what do you reckon, chat? Is this better? Like, have it rotate to face the player at all times? But yeah, we need to get lots and lots of levels, because otherwise this whole thing doesn't work. By the way, speaking of whole thing not working, I'm breaking free! This is a genuinely valuable book to have lots of the time. So I think I'm just going to lock this guy in. I think Unbreaking goes on everything. Like, Unbreaking on a you know, I use it on everything at the very least. So let's just lock in Mr. Actually, can we do better than 20? Chat, tell me right now. Should we lock in Mr. Unbreaking? Or should we not? I want to hear you. I'm not going to wait too long. I've learned the lesson on waiting too long. But I do need to, you know, since I'm here anyway, I do need to... It takes me a minute to craft it. So, you know, maybe that's a good sign. Yes, lock it in. Unbreaking free won't exist anymore, right? It's true. I can do better than 20 emeralds, but like 20 emeralds isn't that big of a downside. Yes, he's a keeper. Lock him in. Okay, we're locking him in, chat. So we're gonna buy some paper from him, just enough to get up to the next level, actually. Because I'm curious what he'll sell there. Man, Minecraft music is like deafeningly loud sometimes, right? This is, and bear in mind, I keep it on like a real low volume. Okay, so trade. And now he'll give me Bane of Arthropods 5. Woo, yeah. Chat, we are in serious value town now. Do you see that? Bane of Arthropods 5? Oh, I did not realize the luck that I was going to have today. And we'll sell him 12 books just to get him up to the next thing. So, just trade him all the way up to the next thing here. I can buy glass from him, but in reality, yeah, we're gonna buy some Unbreaking books. It's gonna be great. So, yeah, this is the best enchantment. I would say mending has better uses for quite a few things, but in general, I like Unbreaking more. I have an attachment to Unbreaking. This is like a British game show. Lock in your final answer. So we can finally get Bane of Arthropods 5 as many times as we like. And it costs just 42 emeralds. Man, this villager might actually suck. I hate to admit it. But, yeah. Honestly, kind of a regret. Bane 5, one of the worst enchantments, except when you need them all. Even then, Bane of Arthropods 1 might be more useful, because at least I could combine those together. It's going to be quite expensive otherwise. But yeah, that also gives me 2 levels, which is important, because now I can use those levels to enchant more books. So we'll enchant 2 books at level 1. Just kind of see what we get, honestly. If we get like a rare and cool one, useful. If we get enough efficiency 1s, we combine them together, and we have efficiency 2. Because efficiency 2 is going to be one of those weirder ones to get, right? So protection 1, efficiency... These are just generic books. But yeah, like, we can now combine the 2 efficiency 1s. Well, we can't now, but we can eventually combine them and get what we want there. So, yeah, bringing a lot of sugarcane over to get some experience might not be a terrible idea. Because you get very little experience per trade, but it adds up very quickly. Like, look at that. Just straight up to basically a full level. Not quite, though. Not quite. So this guy, I'm going to wait for him to get much better trades. Don't know what those are going to be. And then these guys down here, we're also going to be very cautious of. It's fun that they all are swamp villages, right? That's a fun little coincidence, I guess. So go to sleep in here. Who even uses Bane of Arthropods? People who hate spiders enough to not care about using them effectively is the only... Also, what? Okay, they're becoming attached to barrels because I use barrels up there. Didn't realize that would cause me a problem. Starting to regret my life now. Protection free also makes sense to buy at 12 emeralds, in my opinion. I think I'll lock this guy in for protection free because then that allows me to make protection for 4, 5, etc., etc. And then, most importantly, for, like, my protection slot, I'm just not going to be able to find... I'm going to be able to get protection 1 by enchanting those together, but it takes 4 level 1 books otherwise, and I just don't want to deal with it. So, that is my plan on that front. So, I need to get a lot of experience and then kind of come back, honestly. And I think the easiest source of XP is going to be this guy, after we give him a place to sleep. So, since we'll know these are the default villages, because one of them is the... They're going to be plains villages amongst a sea of swamp villages. So let's knock him down. Down he goes. And do you want to go down too, or... Oh, Riptide for 1 emerald. That's a good discount, huh? That's a really good discount. Protection free. Ooh, is this a 1.20.2 villager? Really seems that way. I'm going to check on the lobster roll again, chat. You know, what if they reopened? What if they realized the error of their ways? They saw a Brit... One of the people who works there is like, wait, we didn't get an order from a British person. We clearly need to reopen. And that has not happened. Ah, sad. Okay, so now... we just have to wait for this guy to get the right trades. Yeah, I think this is the slight problem with having too many... Trying to build a whole village at once always is going to give you this mistake. And it's just such an easy thing to be tempted into doing. Also, we're getting too many cats. Didn't you just hurt the guy who you pushed downstairs? Will his price change? They don't seem to care if you push them down the stairs. They're just like charity, you know? Is that joke too dark? Anyway, so Depth Strider 1. I could lock that in, actually. Depth Strider... No, Depth Strider 1 is... I think level 1 enchantments aren't worth locking in because we could probably enchant for them. It's only at level 2 and above where even the weird ones are worth doing. So yeah, and like... Because like the lower the levels, the better for us because we can combine together for the most part. Knockback 1, also not worth going for. So this is his workstation. Let's give him a new one. It's more confusing than I was expecting. So which one have you linked to, friend? You know, I don't understand how any of this works. Oh, no, no. Okay, so he's picked a new workstation. And he doesn't have any very good... He doesn't have good trades coming from it. Okay, that's your workstation. Piercing 4. Piercing is a fine enchantment. Okay, that was his workstation. So yeah, we're kind of playing whack-a-mole here. But it is just about working. In the same way that I intended it to. Just a little bit backwards. So as long as we find whichever station he's picking, it works. Okay, so this is now your current station. Great, can place that. And he just picks a new one every time. And he does... Okay, loyalty free. That's a good enchantment. That's a real good enchantment to have. I think we might... It might be worth trading for that one, chat. I think we should do it. I think loyalty free is good. This guy is just going to keep making up new things. Yeah, I think we're going to want loyalty free. I mean, I do have the slot for it already, right? But then if we get loyalty free, getting loyalty 1 and 2 becomes harder. But I think that's okay. I think loyalty free is good enough and worth having enough times. Also, Riptide free, it's really fun. It's really fun. So yeah, let's go get some experience first. I think that's the important thing before anything else. I'm gonna put my weird blocks back. I know it's gonna suck because like some of the villagers are gonna accidentally become these, but that's fine. They're far enough away now, hopefully. Technically, you should go for all level 1 enchantments because you need all types of books. Yeah, that's the weird thing about this is, technically speaking, none of it makes any sense to get. But yeah, let's ignore this guy. I'm getting used to I'm pre getting ready. If only there was a word for like preparing, but like already. But I'm like I'm already like prepared for the update, even though it's not here yet. Do we need to upgrade the librarian room? We do eventually need to upgrade it, but there's no point upgrading it until I have most of what I want from the villagers. In my opinion, in my honest thoughts, that is what we should do. So we're gonna put the dirt away, put the stone away, put the iron ore away, just clear up some space for some things, and then let's go kill a bunch of cows now. So the thing is I already do need a lot of leather, and I do need to make more cows. So we're gonna go down there with some wheat. We're gonna breed them. It's just the simplest source of experience I happen to be close to. So we breed every single one of them. Ideally with a tool out that needs repairing. There are a lot of those that exist. But there we go, that's 3 levels. By the way, thank you very kindly to Jaxie. Sure, it's been asked, but are you gonna do this in super flat for in case you go back to it? Okay, so here's the thing. After 1.20.20, I will be going back to my super flat. And I think this is the first and most important thing to do there. I do actually think that's true. It's a bit annoying to do it in multiple worlds, so I hope they don't bring it out this week for that one reason. But I will be doing it sooner rather than later in that world. That is the plan. There's now a dark patch in the swamp nearby, be careful. I think I fixed that, right? I think we fixed it. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Wrong about a lot of things. So we just kill a few cows now. Nice and easy. That should be enough. That's not enough. Okay, but it's fine. We'll just drop the extra rotten beef in here. And let's go. Also lock in some crossbow trades, no? The crossbow trades are the most important ones, yeah. That is arguably true. At least all the other ones we will be able to get. You know, that's a good argument for piercing. Although I think, like, multi-shot might be a more fun one. But, yeah, the pierce... Whoever's offering me piercing. Is it you? No. Mr. Piercing? No, that's Mr. Loyalty. Should we just go for loyalty? I feel like it's a good enchantment. No one hates loyalty, right? If you hate loyalty, then I don't think you're a loyal person. That's my crazy take. But yeah, we just basically have to combine all the enchantments together like this, manually, if we really want to. Efficiency 2 is worth doing it with. After this, maybe more questionably so. So now we're going to take the Efficiency 1 book, and we're going to call it Efficiency. Efficiency. Is that how you spell efficiency? I'm going to have to spell check myself real quick. So efficiency is E-F-F-I. Okay, that's efficiency. Yep. You know, you can tell spelling is not my strong suit. You know what? Spelling is my strong suit, and I'm so good at spelling that I'm bad at spelling. Yeah, that's my official stance. So this is Impaling Infinity, which makes this Frostwalker, which makes this Fortune, this Flame, this Fire Protection, this Fire Aspect, this Feather Falling, this Efficiency. So now we have an Efficiency book. And yeah, we're gonna end up with all of them soon. Eventually. Eventually. So now we'll take the Feather Falling book, because that has to go next to Efficiency. There we go. Around it there. And then next to Feather Falling goes Fire Aspect, which we can rename this book. Oh no, Efficiency 2. That has to go right over here. Look at that, slowly but surely building out the collection of books. So yeah, the curses are going to be the weirdest ones to get. I hope we get at least one of those today. Oh, also we got knockback. I'm going to throw that in there, and I hopefully have a looting one around here somewhere. Looting's like a pretty valuable one to have. Also, we've already got enough multi-shots, apparently. So multi-shot can just go right into where M is. It's right after mending, if that helps me. So, Fortune 2. That is a surprisingly valuable enchantment to have, huh? Fortune 2, and we're looking for... Also, Swift Sneak 1. Okay, we can add a lot of enchantments to existing slots that I wasn't expecting to. We got a Feather Falling that isn't attached to another book. Feather Falling. We got Efficiency 4. Okay, let's throw it in. Okay, so it's a little bit of Sort the Chest and a little bit of doing some stuff. Feather Falling 3. Let's go. So Knockback 1 goes under Knockback. It only comes in 2 levels. Pretty easy. Multi-Shot is going to go somewhere. Efficiency 4 goes over here. Look at it, chat. The enchantments are all coming together. Feather Falling 3 goes over here. Just slowly but surely, we're going to make this work. So Swift Sneak 1. Oh yeah, Multi-Shot 1. So M has to be... Mending and Multi-Shot are next to each other, so this has to be Multi-Shot. Easy. So I need some Unbreaking 3 actually right now. Oh, Channeling. He's just going to keep on changing his... Do we want Channeling? That's a Trident enchantment, and it's a valuable one, to be fair to him. I'm not sure if we do. I am honestly not sure. So, yeah, by slowly, like, kind of adding the enchantments one after another, we're kind of, like, making it easier to guess where the gaps are. So before Impaling comes Frostwalker. So we'll name a Frostwalker book right now. Definitely not going to use an actual Frostwalker book, that's for sure. Frostwalker. I've got Knockback 2 in here. So Protection 1 seems to be a very common one. Protection 1 is going to be called Frostwalker. I do think this is a great way to economize if you need to label enchanted books, because, like, who's going to know or care? And, you know, ultimately, like, even if someone did know or care, they'd have to break your stuff to check. And so you can rely... It's like, you know, if you have a trophy in a trophy cabinet, do you even need it to be a real trophy? Who's going to call you out and say, when did you get that trophy? What's the issuing body? Just go to the trophy store, buy yourself some fake trophies. It's what we all do when we need a pick-me-up. Man, I want a fake trophy. Chat, what fake trophy should I buy myself? I'm gonna put it in my room, and I'm gonna put it there, and if anyone says it's fake, I'm gonna call you a liar, and I'm gonna cry. It's my plan. It's gonna work real well, I bet. But yeah, just tell me what my trophy should at least say. Is this guy just repeatedly changing his trades? Nope, it's the same one right now. So this guy down here is going to give me 2 trades just to get level 1 again, so we can relabel 1 more. A bathtub, says Ash. You know, is bathtub really an award? Yeah, it should be, that's for sure. It doesn't feel like an award. But maybe that's because there aren't enough bathtubs in the world. So, yeah, then we're also going to give... I'm just going to give all my carrots to this guy. Oh, hello. You can have some carrots. Are you following me for some reason? Have some carrots. Good on you. And then you down here, this Mr. Swamp Villager, have some carrots. You're worth them. There we go. So now the 3rd place trophy from blocking toilets. A bathtub trophy with an empty can of Iron Brew for the lore. You know, that should be an award if we ever do a... you know, that's a very good idea. I'm on board with that. So looting 3 now goes in the looting section. Looting and loyalty. See, just slowly but surely adding to the batch here. He just rechanged, right? No, he did something. He's happy with me. Most rolls eaten in a lobster eating contest. It has to be believable. I wonder how many lobster rolls you can eat. It's one of the few foods where it's so good, but also it's very hard to eat more than one of because it's so, I don't know the word, it's rich. So buttery. Like your body your arteries feel a little clogged in the best way when you're done, you know? It's my favorite feeling. Okay, so mending goes here, and then another multi-shot goes here. I don't know how many multi-shot crossbows I'm going to want, but you should always watch out on the safe side, I guess. Idea, Enchanter Trident with both Loyalty and Curse of Vanishing to get a fake friend. Oh, that is funny. I like that. Do, 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 do. We got an infinity book. Infinity is this one over here, by the way. Look at that. So I have enough books around to get a lot of these. And so when I start seeing the gaps, that's when I need to start counting. Like loyalty, I genuinely don't have enough loyalty. That is a problem in my life, chat. Just not enough loyalty. So let's go work it out. So Cat, what's your favorite insult? That's a fun question. You know, my favorite insult... I think that you don't need to insult people sometimes. It's okay. You know, no, that's a lie. You know, I think that actually it's only worth insulting people sometimes. I think a lot of people who will draw you into an insulting contest, you like lose by like playing the game. The best way to like deal with most people is be like, yep, you are doing this by yourself, and that's weirder than if I joined in to help. So we got Piercing 1 here, which is actually quite a fun enchantment. I don't know where Piercing goes on my big list. So H-I-J-K, element of P. It's somewhere there. I think Piercing goes up to 5, so we'll put it here and hope that's correct. And then we'll put Knockback over here too. So we got too many knockbacks. We're already at 2 of them. And you can see that the organizing's going quite well for things besides Sweeping Edge. I don't think I'm going to find the 3 levels of Sweeping Edge. To be totally honest with you, it looks unlikely, chat. It's very sad, but also very likely. Do enchanted books work on ex-husbands? Do you want to give your ex-husband loyalty? I feel like it's a bit late. I feel like you might have missed that party already. Gonna level with you. So Sharpness and Smite are right next to each other. By the way, one of these can go there. And then Sharpness... We probably have a Sharpness somewhere around here too. And then Sharpness 3 right above it. So Sharpness is the left one, Smite is the right one. This is Sharpness, which I have one of already. I don't have Sharpness 3 though. Up there it goes. And that's why I really need to label Sharpness. It's the one that's the easiest to get mixed up. So we'll go in here, we'll find the most replaceable enchantment, which is probably Power. You know, am I going to need a Power one? Probably not. And we'll rename it into Sharpness. Making it clear that the next one is Smite. Hopefully. Man, it is expensive to rename stuff. It is very expensive to rename stuff. I need to have like a GoFundMe to get enough levels to actually get all of this done. Shoot my date, you get an infinite number of monkeys and infinite number of computers until one of them beats Minecraft. It's funny because I think the theory is basically that like in a high enough randomness environment, anything can happen. And it's funny because that's the entire belief of how our universe came to be. Is that randomly, sometimes things just come out of existence from nowhere. There was nothing there before, now there is something there. And at some point, despite the insane randomness required, just the entire universe popped into being from nothing into a single point, which expanded out. The Big Bang was created from nothing, is the only logical explanation we have. But it's also an explanation that's basically saying, I don't know, man. In the same way when we were like, yeah, some dude just created it, maybe. It's like a way of saying, well, like, everything that exists because someone tried to do the thing. It's kind of like saying, yeah, things just kind of happen, right? We're kind of going into a more nihilistic phase of like, yeah, I don't know why things happen. Like a lot of science does have this kind of base to it, which is people's beliefs. Like, it's interesting because I'm quite a scientifically minded person. Like I can't stand when people are like, I don't trust science just because it vaguely doesn't agree with my feelings. Little bit of a weird thing to me. Okay, we're gonna nudge you behind these barriers, and you're gonna be the 5th villager on this side. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it. Stop questioning me. Okay, we'll break that, and then we'll get him through this way. Okay, just come on, friend. You gotta stop doing this to me. Okay, so he's gonna. There's now 2 ways for him to get through. See, you know, chat, someone said earlier, like, oh, villagers just follow you around. Why did you have to do it? Why did you have to move them in a boat? They don't need to be deported, man. They totally do need to do it. But yeah, a lot of science is like, yeah, like, there is science which is like facts that can be proven. And that's like an important thing. Like, the scientific method, really, really important, I should. Okay, you want to sleep over here? You can sleep over here. That's okay. Just make sure you do, friend. Just get back there and stay back there. Perfect. Okay, so now we can replace this lectern, which means now we can put this back over But yeah, I think that... Also, thank you very much. Renegade
Thanks for
Killer
all
V.
the useful info, Toy Cat. Happy Saturday.
Oh, it's so weird having two layers of them. I'm glad you appreciate all the useful info. Also, I wonder why this guy doesn't sleep. I really do, like, find that, like, one of my favorite things is, like, the world is full of, like, slightly questionable information. Trying to, like, go through it and break it down is important to me. And so I'm glad when people enjoy that. Thank you, Renegade Killer B, for tipping. Great way to show that you appreciate something. And I'm glad that you did. Thank you, Jake C. New villager mechanic is accurate. If you repeatedly destroyed my workplace, I would not continue to offer you new goods. You know, have we tested that? Can we really confirm that's true? Or are we just going on a guess right there? It sounds like a hunch to me. So this guy, we need to break and replace his trade repeatedly. And we're going to keep doing that till he gives me a new and better trade. Okay, he's picked a new workstation, which is this one, I think. Nope, it's this one. Okay, it's this guy on this one, right? Oh god, what did I just do? I placed one back there, didn't mean to do it. So this is knockback 2. We have no value in knockback 2, so we break it. And I don't know who that was connected to. Is this you? That is you. So we just kind of have to repeatedly break things and see what we get out of it. Bane of Arthropods free. Okay, so here's the funny thing, right? I do need a Bane of Arthropods free. Like right now, looking at my enchantment list, right? I have Bane of Arthropods, 1. Oh no, I have 3 and 4. I need 2, which is easy enough to get. There's a Chromebook exclusive feature where if you drop the silent sound trim instead of the regular dropping sound, the sound of silence by Simon and Garfunkel is played. Good joke. You know, I didn't realize that was like a 60s song. I always assumed Hello Darkness, My Old Friend was like a new thing. Blew my mind to learn. Absolutely blew it. Also, yeah, this guy is very confusing, but it's fine. We got more swamp villagers. We got a lot of them down here. It looks like we're going for mending, but then we got this guy who's going to give us, not mending, but something similar anyway. But yeah, I need to go get some experience. I think that's the big thing that's holding this farm back. I need XP, and I need a lot of it. And so there's 2 ways I can get experience. I can trade paper over here, or I can go all the way across my world to the other side anyway. So, yeah, which enchantments do I need to bring back is the question. I guess I just need to bring back a lot of XP. I've got a lot of paper over there. Let's go turn it into something useful, chat. I never knew it was long sold until recently either. Yeah, there's a surprising number of this is one of the fun things about like the cultural canon that we live in. Is that there are things that you know that you don't know that you know, and that you don't know the names of. It's kind of weird in my opinion. But yeah, the world's filled with that. I don't know, like another thing is like you don't realize that there are like multiple types of people. You know the thing about like scientifically minded or something like that? Another example of that is that you might not even realize there are categories of people you don't realize exist. Like one of the reasons, the big fights we have politically in this world is about, do we care about the process or do we care about the results? Are you outcome oriented or are you process oriented? Like, would you if you have a cruel system that, you know, produces fair results, is that okay? Is it worth having unfair results if you have a fair system to get there? Is another interesting, like, you know, those questions have such obvious answers to some people, but other people it's like, no, if the system is unfair, if you know, if the system is cruel and unfair, what does it matter if it produces good outcomes? And vice versa, like, if we make a fair system and it doesn't work and, you know, maybe it kills a lot of people, maybe that's worthwhile so we can all live in a fair society. Like, you know, there are some people who basically advocate for making people a lot worse off in the near term to make things better in, like, an ambiguous far term. And it's like, in their minds, they're doing the right thing. And then there are some people who don't mind a flawed system, or, you know, like, will accept a flawed system in the absence of something better, right? And that seems unthinkable to the first type of person. And the first type of person, like, wait, you're gonna let real people suffer now for the benefit of potential people who don't even exist in the future for an idea? And it's like, yeah, of course, because ideas are important. It's crazy. You know, there are people who are more minded on the process than the outcome. There are people who care about the outcome more than the process. And it's one of those things where I feel like they don't even know each other exists. It's one of those levels of things. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a bunch of paper. Really, I should use the paper that's in the shulker boxes though. Let's grab as much as we can. And let's trade it to get some experience. I have a lot of tools that need to be healed all the way up. So we're gonna heal those tools all the way up as we go. Is this a master librarian? What's he got here? Multi-shot, aqua affinity, aqua affinity. Aqua affinity on 2 levels of trade. Interesting. So we're just going to trade all the levels that we can because they're nice, easy trades to make. And they give me emeralds that I can use to buy aqua affinity. I don't think I need aqua affinity, but it's one of those things I should check. Just be a little bit more sure on, you know? So throw the egg in here, grab a book out. Well, let's grab aqua affinity. I probably have enough of it, but if it's 9 emeralds, let's go for it. Then we're gonna go find another guy. He's gonna charge too much. I don't need infinity right now. I know that for a fact. I'm just gonna go around the village, basically finding these people. I know I'm starting a village base near where I live, but I'm gonna expand this one as well. So where are my beds? Here are my beds. I'm also going to expand this village, partially just because I think. It's always useful to have more. Even if I never use it, it's fun that I came here. Is this a good first trade? Not in the slightest. Am I going to go over it anyway? Yeah, I'm kind of curious. So let's get our flint and steel or our shears out. I think my shears are the... you know, I'll repair my brush first. So let's trade of him with a brush out. Just do some basic level trades. Nice and simple. No controversy here. And then let's run over to this side. And let's make this house bigger. It doesn't have enough beds, and most crucially of all, it doesn't have enough lecterns. So, bed, and then lectern. So, yeah, we probably need more lecterns for the main place, but that should be enough over here to start some whistles smoothing. And so, yeah, now we are just going to keep checking every single villager. Does he have trades I want to bring home? If he doesn't, let's just buy some paper off him. The first levels are all just as easy to get as each other. And now all that sugarcane that I farmed is going to turn directly into things that I want. So we have shears somewhere, right? These shears need to be healed all the way up to full. Let's do it in the village center. 31, no thank you. 31, no thank you. 24, already done to the max. 24, haven't done to the max. So we're just going to sell some paper, get some really easy XP, and here, look at this, by the way. Look, I have shears that are mostly beaten up all the way, but now you can see that they're basically healed all the way. And you're not going to sell me anything. You've got fortune on you though, and I think if I just make a few trades, I can change him. I can make him do the right thing, chat. If I just sell him a few books, just a few, maybe he'll come at me and he'll give me something good. Yeah, like I'm right next to a new level for him, so I think it's actually worth it. So is it you? It wasn't you. Although, you know, just be fair and sell you some stuff. What about you? 54 for Bane of Arthropods? Oof. That's a lot that you're asking for. Fire Aspect 2, Power 4. Nope. Mending 1 for 18. I can't believe I have an 18... And you know, why haven't I been buying this already? Where'd you go? No, I don't know where you were. Oh, God. Okay, chat. I have a mending villager somewhere. Is it you? It's you. Okay. So 18 for mending. That's a good deal. I'm just gonna pick one of these up, couple of these up maybe, nice and casually, and then we're gonna find the guy who needs some more levels to get to the next trade. So just sell him some books, nice and simple. What's he got? Luck of the Sea. Luck of the Sea is a weird enchantment to get, and we do need to bring some of that back. So we'll do that. And yeah, it's honestly it's crazy the number of these guys we're gonna have to have. But eventually, okay, this is the guy I want to just make a few trades with. Just one. What's his next level trade? It's Bane of Arthropods 2. Chat, I was missing this one. For 25 emeralds, I can finally live my dreams of having all the Bane of Arthropods levels. This village has too many librarians. I bet their economy suffers from abundance of overeducated workers. You know, it's funny. This is that, like, idealistic thing. I bet there are some people in the village who are like, yeah, I love how many librarians there are here. Everyone here thinks like me. I don't care that we don't get fed. And I don't care that we don't get anything done besides various book recommendations. I love how the village works otherwise. Which is a funny thing to imagine, actually, isn't it? It's like, you know, this economy sure could use some stimulating, and then they're like, nah. I tell you what the economy needs. It needs more librarians, damn it. Why don't we have enough librarians? Okay, so that's plenty of paper. Mix it with this and all of this and all that, and then maybe make a book or two. Going to sleep is going to be important, I think, to reset some villager trades. Okay, only sleeping at night. And then we're also going to have to replace this with... I guess the axe really does need a good healing. Let's heal it all the way. So, that's funny, I'm doing the exact same thing in my survival world, where I don't even have Nether or diamonds yet. Yeah, the earlier you set up a trading hall... That's the problem with the trading hall. It's not just overpowered on a, you know, like, start to finish basis. It's overpowered on, like, a... There is never a point where having a trading hall won't help you. Besides the very early game where you don't have a pickaxe, maybe, then I would argue it's probably not so good. But yeah, it's very, very, very powerful otherwise. So now we're going to pick up a bunch of emeralds. As many as I have lying around here. Or maybe not as many, but quite a few as many. And just, we're going to buy Bane of Arthropods 2. It's exciting. I'm going to have all the Bane of Arthropods levels. Everyone's going to look at me and be so jealous. And wish they had my level of Bane of Arthropods thing. But they just won't. Loyalty 2? This is cheaper than the one in my village, so I guess we'll just buy it, right? Just a loyalty 2? Yeah, getting loyalty 2 is going to be hard, so we'll buy it. We'll definitely get one of those in there. We'll get Bane of Arthropods 2 over here. And then we should have a decent number of, like, stuff done. So this was Bane of Arthropods 2. Funnily enough, a book I really actually needed. This just goes to show why you gotta look everywhere for this stuff. You never know. And then we'll just trade in some paper to free up some inventory space, which I can use to look for more books that I want. Luck of the C2. That is pretty nice, huh? I could combine them together. Mending 1, power 4. Probably nothing else coming out of this, but just to be sure. Nope, not going to get anywhere. So we're going to trade this guy to see what he has to offer me. It is Fortune 2. There's a lot of Fortune 2 in this village, I'm noticing. Do I want Fortune 2? I don't know that I have it, so I'll just get it to be careful. Be on the safe side, I guess. And then there we go. 7 more levels with which to bring home. So yeah, you know, Bane of Arthropods 2 is, chat, I know what you're all thinking. How did you get such an OP enchantment? How did you do it, Toycat? But you know, it just takes hard work and perseverance. Maybe one day you too will have Bane of Arthropods. Maybe. I don't know. Don't know for sure if that will happen. But you can dream of it, damn it. You can dream of it. So I've now traded this guy to the max. I'm going to trade you a few more times. Just get all this paper kind of traded out into people who... Preferably people who need it, actually. Like, but that's just a preference. Yeah, we got any more guys who need it? Actually, they've got 2 farmers. This librarian-based economy does have a lot of farmers, to be fair. Give them some credit. They have, I mean, I say a lot of farmers. It has 2 farmers and a fisherman. Everyone else walks around like, yes, I am very educated. I have everything that you might need in a person. Except a well-rounded... Oh, actually, we got 3 farmers. 3 farmers for a village of 30. That should be enough in an agriculture-based economy. What more do you need? So now we can pick the paper out, throw the paper in here, and bring 1 more shulker box back with us, which is all we ever really wanted to do anyway. So, book... Actually, we'll buy 1 more enchantment. I don't know what we're going to buy. I really don't. But we got to buy 1 more enchantment. Maybe another Bane of Arthropods too. Maybe another fisherman thing too. Maybe whatever you have to offer. Mending and just mending. Wow. Worthless villager now. Fortune 2 and Thorns 3. Oh, I feel like I don't have a Thorns 3. I feel like I don't. Fire Aspect 2, I definitely do have though. It's fun, but besides midday where they all come in one place, actually looking at all the villager trades actually takes some real doing, huh? Like, have we seen this guy loyalty 2? I think I've had loyalty 2. Yeah, we have, so we have to buy it another time. And then we're going to buy Quick Charge 2. Oh, Quick Charge 2 and free. Okay, so I'm going to spend 8 more emeralds on Quick Charge 2. In fact, I'll buy Quick Charge 3 as well. They're rare enchantments. They're not easy to get. Right now, especially. Let's stack them up. Let's do our very best. So, I think that, I'm so envious of Toycat's Bane of Arthropods collection. I know. Everyone dreams of one day having a Bane of Arthropods collection this big. And I just have one naturally. It is, you're right to be envious. It is the only natural way to be. Is it only the librarians that are changing? Yeah, I think that they're doing a wider rebalance, and this is just the first step. But I think this is the most controversial step. Because they don't want to get, like, all the way in with, like, stuff that isn't controversial. Then one controversial change makes the whole thing look bad. That would be my guess. So Quick Charge 2 and Quick Charge 3. We got it all, chat. We got it all. So now we're going to bring a ton of enchantments home with us. Which is exciting. It's very exciting, right? I'm excited. This is the fun thing about Minecraft sometimes. The RNG. The delight in, like, collecting small things. It's just sometimes when you get someone in the right way. When you get the sort of thing that you never even knew that you would want. It's just kind of cool. So, yeah, I first streamed live. I use the Super Flat series to fall asleep at night, says McTwisted Fries. You know, that's my favorite weird compliment I get. That is my favorite weird compliment. Yeah, time to bulk buy a bunch of diamonds. Wait, bulk buy a bunch of diamonds? Oh, tools and armor before they nerf that too. I don't know if they're going to nerf the diamond tools and armor because they basically just added a more powerful one afterwards. Yeah, I really don't know. Okay, chat. I've downgraded from having a lobster roll. I'm now going to eat some chicken nuggets. That is the level of my dinner. I've got the fake McDonald's ones. Okay, so half the chicken nuggets. I think that's as good as I'm going. Why go for 2 instead of 3? Just curious, says Derek T. Hey, good to see you, Derek T. So the reason I've gone for 2 as well as 3, or 2 and 3 in some cases, is because I need all of the enchantments, and it's actually easier to get higher level enchantments counterintuitively. So some of the mid-level ones are actually going to be really tricky for me. Which is why I'm doing this. Dinner at midnight. You know what? Dinner at midnight is a reasonable thing that reasonable people do all the time. I think they're pushing the bigger change out first, see how the community will react before pushing out the other changes that could also affect the game. I mean, it is clever. I also like that it's getting the whole community invested in... Oh, wow, look how high we fly. It is genuinely getting the community invested in... It's getting the community invested in these changes in a way that can only be seen as a good thing, in my opinion. So yeah, let's now put mending in here. And then let's just get some basic enchantment books. Just really, really low level ones. Projectile protection. Projectile protection. I've already got one, so I can therefore take this. Actually, no, I need to get projectile protection too. That's actually maybe quite useful. So projectile goes with projectile, goes with projectile. I need 3 of those. One to, okay, and then we don't need another impaling one, right? I'm pretty sure we don't. And I don't need another knockback one. So we'll take... Knockback feels valuable, even though I know it's not. It can't be valuable, but yet I feel like it is. So we'll take the Feather Falling book, and we'll rename it to... I want it to be Quick Charge, just so we know how many Quick Charges I have. So Quick Charge is a fun enchantment, and because it's cute, it's going to go right after... it's going to go 3 before Sharpness. It's a level 3 enchantment max. It's this one. Oh, so they're all free. So it's 3, 3, 3. With Quick Charge being the first of them. So this is Quick Charge, where I can now put my new Quick Charge 3. It goes right there. And Quick Charge 2. Goes right here. So yeah, getting a lot of these enchantments is a priority. And it's going to be worth... We're going to go good places in the future. Then this is Riptide, which we... Oh no, this is Riptide. No, this is Riptide, which we don't have any levels of yet, but hopefully will change. Fortune is over here, and it goes up to 3 levels, I'm guessing. So Fortune 2. In we go. Mending. I've got another mending book. I'm just going to start stacking these up. Mending goes on the left side. You know, it's silly to do, but let's have the mending book actually be a mending book. No one is ever going to care or know, but this is my flex. My mending book is actually made from mending. Oh yeah, that's a little painful even now, but you know it's fine. My mending book is a real mending book, and just slowly but surely, the whole room comes together. Now we're gonna have a projectile protection tower. So projectile protection goes up to 4, which means it's gonna be this one next to. No wait, it's gonna be this one right here. Which, you see, this is, it's, the fact that even with a list, it's this hard for me to work out, is why we have to do this. So we'll just take 3 more books, enchant them, see what we get, really. Not over here. Instead, enchant them over here. So 3 books, sharpness 1. We could actually enchant the higher level ones, like. Actually, no, I'm not going to waste 3 levels on this, or that. So power 1, and then projectile protection. Funnily enough, there we go. So we'll take the projectile protection book, which doesn't have piercing on. You know, maybe I should just take the one that does have piercing on and put it in the ceiling. Maybe that'll be appreciated. So projectile protection can go right here. Then I want to have a power book. Yep, this is the power book. So power is the one that goes up to 5. And just by having these be slightly separated, it's easier for me to search out the ones in between. Because, for example, so, yeah, after protection and power, we're going to have, I don't know, like, Riptide is a good one to put on here. So this is my sharpness book, and my sharpness book is going to, I can't afford it, never mind. There goes my good idea. So power goes up to level 5. That's how I know it's this one. And projectile protection, which I hopefully spelled correctly, goes up to 4, which means I can now finally take one of these projectile protections, which I have free off, and put it in there. Oh, also, I can't believe I forgot this. The most important thing of all, chat. I came all this way. I did it all. I had all this success achieved. And I didn't even realize that I haven't put away my Bane of Arthropods 2. I officially have every single level of an enchantment. All 5 Bane of Arthropods. Woo! That is better than any lobster roll you can buy in a not store. Also, this is Fawns, I think. We've moved Fawns over there. Because of course this is unbreaking. Of course this is unbreaking. And I don't have a Fawns free. I need to buy it from that villager over there. But yeah, for now, I think this has been a fairly successful little thing. So quick charge is going to go... So loyalty 2 is a weird one first as well. Sharpness 1 is going to go on the sharpness pillar. Although that really means I should start renaming those. Aqua Affinity 1 is going to go over here. I have a lot of Aqua Affinities now. Okay, that was a mistake. Luck of the Sea and Loyalty go close together. So where is L? L. Okay, Luck of the Sea is going to have to be this one, right? So Loyalty is easy. Let's confirm that it is this one, actually. So after Loyalty comes Luck of the Sea, and then comes Lure. So this is Luck of the Sea 2. Place it right there. This is Loyalty, which is right there. And then we have Loyalty also. We can combine these together, maybe. This is my collection of enchantments so far. I do have a whole bunch of villagers who are now going to be able to give me. You know, admittedly, I'm not like... I've got a lot of the progress in the form of the villagers in the basement who can now start to trade me things. If I don't like his piercing 1, which I don't actually think I do, then I break this and I make someone else change their traits. Actually, let's go to sleep and let's do it. Let's just... I've got the major parts of the progress locked down here, chat. The biggest part missing now. Where's Bane of Tripods? You know, my bad. I don't have an enchantment that is called that. You're right. Okay, so this block is free. No, get out of the block. Get out. Okay. Stand out there if you really want to. That's fine with me. But, oh, whoa, I'm breaking. Oh, see, I knew I shouldn't have. Okay, I locked in one of my rare dudes for 21. This guy's doing it for 25. That's fine. Just feel a little bit silly, that's all. Just a little bit silly. So we keep on breaking and replacing. We get Fortune 1, which is actually a surprisingly rare enchantment. And for 6 per book. Let's go for it. Let's make that... I'm willing to make that risk. let's go and do that right now. Let's go get 6 emeralds. Let's get a book. And let's grab Fortune 1 to add it to the list. So, grab a book. Actually, should I put these in there too? Maybe I should. Please keep the magma section. It's beautiful. Yeah, if there was going to be a magma section, maybe half the room could be magma, half could be mangrove. That's the type of compromise that'll make a lot of people upset, which is why I like it. But for now, let's grab Fortune 1. This is such a weird enchantment. I feel like no one ever has Fortune 1 on anything. But now, I can say that I am one of those weird people. Which means I probably have, if I have Fortune 3 lying in this chest, which I really hope I do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Oh, I do. Okay, I have all of the Bane of Arthropods, and I have all of the Fortunes now, chat. I also have all of the Mendings, all of the multi-shots. I'm slowly but surely upgrading the collection, and now I just have to do the rest. Which is, clearly this is a process that takes months. So stay subscribed to see the latest updates in my Update Adventures Let's Play, which now has a fun little set of villagers living in the basement of it. A lot of villagers. You know, if the swamp villages ever do change, this will be very relevant. But for now, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of the live stream adventures, because this is the Update Adventures Let's Play, but I live stream it. On Thursday, I'll be back to Caveman, and maybe on Tuesday we'll be doing some Super Flat based on how updates pan out. That's an exciting idea, huh? In the meantime, I'm gonna sit here so that my baby villager grows up into a big villager, and I can repopulate this one at some point, maybe, with mostly swamp villagers. I'm not even sure if I want to do that. I kind of just like that there's a guy who sits there pensively looking at the world. Speaking of looking pensively at the world, I'm gonna eat some chicken nuggets now. Again, big class increase. Thank you to everyone who has watched. Make sure to check out the world on the marketplace, because it has just got an update, which is now going to remove some signs, it seems. Wait, do you want to see? Okay, look at this, look at this. You just type in toycat, and you can find it, and the update will be coming out. Is the update out? It's not out now, it hasn't gone for cert yet, but the update will be coming out in just a few months, and you'll get it for free if you download it now. So go hit download. Give it a shot if you want. Would appreciate the purchase. It does support the channel. Alongside Ultra Flat Survival, which is, I'm working on an update for that now. Only 169 ratings. I mean, that's pretty nice, but still. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Just